it's going. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Tell me in the chat if everything sounds good.
We have messed with the audio levels to try to get
to
them
the nth degree.
perfect.
They're very messed with, and I need feedback from some bunny members that I recognize.
The bunny.
No goofballs, only bunnies. Real bunny men in the chat.
I was realizing the other day we need an official bunny army emblem. You can put it on your,
Yeah.
get a nice red armband.
Some patches.
Yeah, patches. I'm going to tweet out real quick that we are going live.
Check. Yeah, I think that's good.
Well, we weren't going to do an episode 107, but... Well, I mean...
As it turns out, sometimes life just...
hits you with things.
Life just goes on. Nick's live stream and shits all over the place in front of everybody, and you kind of have to cover it. That's the thing about life. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Oh, man. I was getting so many messages during the infamous Nick Rekieta, Eric July live stream. Because people... I mean, we got to catch people up on exactly what happened.
Is it good audio or not? Everybody let me know. Is it good audio or not? How is this? How is that sounding? I was just about to
Eric
quit.
keeps saving
I was
this
just about to kill myself. Honestly, my girlfriend was out of town and I got bored.
Nothing to do.
And I was really sucking ass at F-Zero. Like, I can't.
That game's hard.
I cannot get any of these tracks. I'm done. So I went downstairs and I loaded my gun and I put it in my mouth. And then I put on Nick's show. I'm like, I might as well give Nick a couple views.
Yeah, give him a couple super chats before you bite the dust.
And then I held a gun in my mouth like this.
Yeah.
And Nick said, "Oh, Eric July's in the chat. He really wants to come on for some reason." And I said, "Oh, well, I'll probably a joke. I'm just gonna cock the gun." And I cocked the gun like he's probably joking that. And then I heard, "Hey, hey, hey!" And I said, "No fucking way! No fucking way!"
Oh my God.
Howdy, partners. Howdy, partners. Welcome to my stereo store. I'm Don Cheadle from Boogie Nights, partners. Hello, Nicholas, partner. How can I... Hey, partner. Has anyone ever described a parking lot to you in 40 minutes, partner? Howdy, partner.
My parking lot has so many gates you would not believe.
So you have like a parking lot in your industrial warehouse? Oh, howdy.
Oh, well, let me tell you now.
Parking lot? No, sirree. Designed by Daedalus to confine Cthulhu himself.
If you meant a private labyrinth designed only for vehicles of my sorting, which no mortal may trespass upon, then yes. But a public parking lot? Absolutely not, sir.
And you have 2 gates for 3 driveways? Oh, I guess if you want to put these in terms of your integers, sir, partner.
Okay, well... in case people somehow have been missing the drama, let's fill them in. Yeah. Riley.
Yeah. Well, we should do it during someone's turn, right? Let's just start. The
okay.
show
Sure.
We'll
yeah. That's fair. We're gonna get into all the fun here on the biggest problem in the universe.
Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. The only show that ranks every problem in the universe, from bonus holes to Vito taking control of the pitch document.
I did take control.
Joining me as always, Vito Visualdi.
That was another point of contention for people.
What's that?
I got a call from Randy going, do I need to set up a mediation between you and Dick to make sure everything... I'm like, no, I'm not Maddox. I'm not going to torpedo this whole thing. Everything's fine. He was genuinely...
I know, he texted me. He's like, should I have a call?
Do I need to call him?
No, it's fine.
Guys, occasionally on this show, we get into it, but... at the end of the day, everybody likes each other.
Music overpowering the voice. Thank you. I turned it down.
Yeah.
I think we'll be all right.
Point is, it's good that Dick didn't work as hard on the pitch as me, because that gives me more of a chance to shine, I feel.
Well, you have something to prove.
I do have a lot to prove.
Something to yourself. I don't have to prove anything to myself.
You already believe in yourself.
Yeah.
I believe in I think I'm good at what I do. I know that. Most
Yeah.
things I do, I feel.
Okay.
Some things I'm still learning.
See how you're on your heels already?
I'm learning how to deal with, lazy collaborators, but that's fine. I will just get through that. It's a bit, folks. Come on. I love
It's
Dick.
not. You said that after the show. You're like, wow, I really for no
got
reason
him.
you overcompensated and said, wow, I really played into that bit well, huh, everybody? And Andy Signora is like, I don't think that was a
didn't
bit,
sound like
really,
a
not
bit
all
at
the
all.
way.
No, it's just for goofs,
Uh-huh.
I don't harbor any deep-seated resentments.
If Randy does set up a mediation between us, just don't bring any flowcharts.
Okay.
Did you know that Maddox did that?
He brought flow charts.
When Maddox and I were, when the show was...
Did you guys have like an actual? Well, Randy and you guys had like a talk or something.
Yeah, because Maddox wanted to end the show when I left the wedding with the fucking...
The lady who you put your weenus
love of
in.
my life over there, if you
Yeah.
know what if you can read between the lines.
The sex doll?
Yeah, the sex doll.
Right.
So we
That's
had
what
a
I call
meeting.
her.
We had a public meeting at a neutral space, which is a bar. So it's not neutral.
It's not a good idea. Shouldn't you do that in private somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, because Maddox was speaking to me in a way I didn't like, and I said if he didn't stop, I would drag him over the table and beat him until he's. I think I
Did you
said
say
if
that
you stop,
at the meeting?
Yeah, I said if you don't
Okay.
stop. He was in the middle of some point, and I said if you don't stop talking to me like that, I'm gonna drag you over this table and knock you out.
Well, that's a good podcast report right there. I can't
It would have been
imagine
an amazing show.
Yeah, you should have done it on air.
Well,
Would've been better.
I would have loved to, like we did last week.
Yeah, last week, and we got it all out of the way. And the audience came away going, wow, that Vito is really putting in the work. And he deserves to be recognized.
Okay, I don't see anything about the audio in the chat.
Did you
so I
save the
assume
flow
it's
charts?
good.
How did you make a flow chart?
So Maddox was preparing for the meeting and talking to Randy about it.
Yeah.
And he said, "Here, I've got it all figured out. I know how Dick thinks. When he ever has any objections to whatever I say, I'm going to show him this flow chart that I made." And it said, does this help the show? A yes or no? And it was about that. I've seen a
Yeah.
glimpse of it. I tried to steal it, but I've failed at pilfering
Here's what Maddox
it.
doesn't realize is,
And Randy said, under no circumstances
do you show him this
do you
flow chart?
ever show him this flow chart.
I mean, that is the most idiotic thing. And he also didn't
I would have
understand
shoved it down his throat.
when
if
he
showed
says,
me
like,
that flow
is this
chart.
good for the show? I don't think what he didn't understand is, like, the fighting and the bickering is the best part of the show.
Yeah, you just got to
Like,
rein
you
it
have
in
to,
sometimes.
Yeah. If people are, like, going off the, rails and yelling and fighting, that's just all good shit, man.
What were you saying? I interrupted you.
I was saying that it's been a crazy week. I'm getting messages from. First of all, I'm getting messages about if the show is ending. Because
I've been saying that all week.
yeah, the show's over. Live show tomorrow. That will be the last episode. Episode
No, I
108.
told Sean that even that I'm not sure if it's
We're not even sure if we're happening tomorrow.
No.
We might not be there.
No.
So yeah, that's happening tonight.
We're announcing it tonight, right?
Yeah,
we announce it right
we
now.
can announce it right now. Tomorrow.
Wait.
Okay.
Go for it.
Tomorrow night we will be at the Deaf Noodles Comedy Club
Yes.
in
Hollywood. Pedo Wood.
Don't call it that.
When
The
we are
normal
there, it
part
is.
of Hollywood. No. What time did we say? 8 o'clock, I think, doors open.
Uh-oh. I think the doors
If
open
you
at
bought a ticket, it'll
Yeah,
tell
8.
you. I think it's 8. I think 7:30 we set up.
8.
8 we open the doors. Once again, please, every person who brings alcohol, we have to pay the venue $5.
Yeah.
So give all your alcohol to one guy. Randy said he's going to hand out cans of beer to everybody waiting in line, so they all come in with a beer, and we end up getting charged an extra $500.
Yeah, I bet.
Please don't do
I
that.
bet he will do that.
Just say
it's funny though.
It is funny. That's
Cost us like $250.
Yeah, thanks.
or
Yeah, just
something.
give $250 away. Why not? But it's going to be fun. Also tonight, I don't know
It's
if
fun for the whole
anybody's-
family. Bring your kids,
Yeah. Somebody's got a...
especially the sexy
I won't
ones.
spoil it, but we're going to have a cosplayer showing up.
I have a secret for you too that I don't want to spoil.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Riley's gonna be there.
I know Riley's
Fresh
going
on
to be there.
his. I'm honestly, when I saw this total meltdown of Eric July, I got a little bit weepy, as though it was my son. I was like, he's done something that I wouldn't have done and couldn't have done.
Yeah.
This is not more or lesser, but this is certainly unique, and it's beautiful. And I thought he's got it. He's got it.
Riley went from doing something that I was like, well, that's kind of stupid. Like, I get it. It's funny, you know? Like, all right. Like, the smallest,
Sounds
stupid,
like a waste of time.
most inconsequential thing. And then he proved us all wrong, because that's all it took to push Eric July completely over the edge. I did want to quickly mention we're also doing a meetup tonight, Friday.
Yeah.
At, I believe you said 8, but we're probably going to still be doing the show at that point. But if people want to show up early, we'll
I don't want to be there at the same time as everybody else gets there.
Okay, well, we'll probably be there around like 9.
Yeah, get a little greased up.
At 82, that is in downtown Los Angeles. If you're in the Los Angeles area and want to come hang out tonight,
Bar
at
82.
9 p.m. at Bar 82.
Get all the sillies out of your system before I get there.
I hope their bonsai run pinball machine is working. It's a notoriously finicky machine.
I like the beer one that you tilt.
Oh yeah, what's that one called?
Beer tilt.
It's not called beer tilt, but I know what you're talking about.
Sudzo, it's called.
Do you win a beer if you win that one?
No.
That was the original intention, was if you got it all the way to the top, the bartender's supposed to give you a free beer. Yeah, that's why it's beer themed.
Huh.
Yeah. That was how they,
But it's impossible to get to the top.
Well, that's why somebody keeps sinking quarters into it and making the bar a bunch of money.
I need like a game where if you put your glass on the coaster for the entire beer, then you win a free beer.
Okay.
That's reasonable.
I'm sure that'll happen one day.
All right, here's the
winners.
Yeah, last week. Okay. Doing all the work in a group project.
Wait,
Fuck
that won?
you. Yes, it won. Shocker.
Look at that. The audience knows who's making this show happen. This guy.
God damn it, I don't have my trombone sound effects lined up. The UK guy, they just liked that's not really for a feather in your cap.
I feel like it is.
They just liked the conflict.
I feel like they've heard, and they're like, wow, that Vito really is putting in a lot of work. Dick doesn't
unnecessary work.
Dick doesn't even set up the
Randy,
audio
by
drops
the way,
ahead
said,
of time.
he texted me because does Vito mean the work he was explicitly told not to do? I'm sure I don't know.
I
Randy.
needed to do it. It needed to be done.
Yeah. All right, Podna.
If anything's going to sell that show, it's going to be my expertly crafted pitch document.
The UK government, yeah, sure. Someone else shitting in your hotel room. That's kind of yours.
I
also.
feel like that story could stop being told every fucking time.
Did you learn your lesson though?
No, I'm just. If there's a bathroom, I'm gonna poop in the bathroom.
You've learned nothing about all this Eric July stuff.
No, I haven't.
The story continues. Then
I'm not gonna seek out a mythical, faraway bathroom.
Culture war criminals. Yeah, Russell Brand. His rapes are gone now, I guess. The bonus hole, last place, obviously, because the woman brought it.
Because no one could. I like Steph. She's great.
Her voice I found to be atrocious until it hit a point where I felt as though it was warm.
Yeah, once you get accustomed to it. I think at first you're like...
Accustomed isn't the word I would use, but yeah.
Yeah. At first you're like, what is this strange trollish noise?
Yeah.
Oi, governor! When I had a Jubicoon shipper pup. And you're like, I don't understand any of that.
Oh, so in the UK, right? So this reminds me of when I was in the UK, right? I was in the tube taking a lift on a leisure, right? And my mates were down at the pub,
I was having a chippy down at the pubs, me was.
Chippy Pinwazzle, right? Oh, wow. Would you fuck Vito? No,
kick him in the balls, me will.
Not my worst life, governor. You Ricky Rooney over there. Might be 2 passenger bullocks.
I do think a trap some of the guests fall into is like, obviously we neg each other, right?
Okay.
It's very easy to neg me. Yeah. But sometimes the guests get like way too addicted to like, oh, this is the Let's Shit on Vito fun hour. And I'm like, you can do some of that. But I saw some people in the audience being like, all right, it's a little much when that's the entire.
That was you. I saw 2 of those accounts and I know that they were both you.
Not me.
Going in there. What
did I do? I didn't do it.
This episode was really...
Did you hear about the time Vito took a shitter in the middle of the fight? Like, what is that? What is the problem about me? Do your own fucking problem. That's bullshit. Oi!
This episode was honestly hard to watch.
Honestly
at
hard
times
to listen
because
to, yeah.
Vito was getting such a nasty ribbing
People love
from that
me,
horrible lady.
and they want me to be respected, and I get that.
You're like Butters.
I'm right there with them. I am like Butters. Everybody shits on me, and then everybody goes, "Aw, they should
But
leave
then when
Butters
you give
alone."
Butters a little bit, he fucks him over because
Turns into
he's a
Dr.
piece
Chaos
of shit.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, don't call me a piece of shit.
I was talking about Butters.
You're saying I am Butters. Anyway.
Look, anyway.
partner.
Okay, Tony from Hack the Movie says, it was a call-in, Vito, not a super chat. Your bathtub diet juice is rotting your brain. He's talking about Eric July.
Go make a fucking video about some horror movie no one wants to see. Jesus Christ.
What's the horror
Every
movie
time I
called?
try to watch-
All I have is a YouTube channel, and I'm 35. Oh, no! Your YouTube channel. I'm on a job interview. Get away from me, YouTube channel. The Rippaverse was trying to start shit. Because
With who?
With Tony and me.
Oh, really?
Rippaverse goals posts.
Rippaverse Goalpost is starting shit with everybody.
They're kind of quiet.
Some people
this week.
believe Rippaverse Goalpost is secretly like working for us though, because he keeps posting these clips.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that clip's hilarious. That makes me want to watch that podcast.
Yeah.
He took the fight we had and he added in all this awkward silence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because like I was like, yelling, but then we were like laughing in between it. But if you just cut to like, Dick, fuck you, and then it's just you like looking scared, and I'm like, well, that's some editing, I tell you
I
what.
think that account might be a woman though, because the clip that it froze on me, I look very good in. Objectively, that's not my opinion. So I think that might be a woman running that account.
It's funny that our haters have been saying, look, the show's gonna end because they hate each other, and I'm like, bitch, this show ain't going nowhere. I'm getting paid. That's all that matters.
Okay. Forrence said Hollywood Vito said it best. Is this your Joker moment? It's my Batman moment.
Did I say that?
Yeah,
That's a really good
Andy
line.
said, what is this your Joker moment? You said it's my Batman moment,
That's a pretty good quote. Not gonna lie.
which is like yes, it's really a great quote. There's so many reasons.
This is my Batman moment. This is when I set Gotham City straight.
This is when I make the world pay for treating
For what
me
it
like
did to
this.
me, yeah. Thank you.
Raph Matt said this lady's voice is angelic. It's as if Gaia herself is whispering into my ear. I felt that way too after being raped with it.
I tell
About
everybody.
halfway through the rape, I
people
started
come to me
getting
and they're like,
into
how do you make money on YouTube? And I go, develop a British accent.
Oi!
Oi!
Oh, is that true?
People love that, man. They love it.
Cheese 1000. This is the best episode ever since Vito cried.
There was a lot of mixed reactions. Some people loved that episode. Some people were like, I can't listen to it. I'm like, wow. Isn't that the mark of a good episode?
You know what? When anyone says, I've been a fan for a long time. When they say, this is the first episode I didn't finish, I was going to go like, man, you motherfucker. Why don't you shut the fuck up? Just say you didn't like it. You don't need to be so specific.
Dude, some of our fans are like, I'm like, do you like the show or do you just like complaining about the show? Because I posted, I was like, Andy Signore.
That's what they pay for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I go,
I figured that out very early.
Ahead of time, I posted, I'm like, oh, this week Andy Signore is coming on the show, and they go, who the fuck is this? Some nobody fucking thing, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he's been on the show
huge.
before. You've already heard him on the show. You know who he is.
He's a friend of mine.
And he's
I've known him
also
for 10 years.
He's got like almost 1 million YouTube subscribers. That's the other thing. Is I go, these guys have like 1 million YouTube subscribers. Of course we're gonna have him on the fucking show.
Yeah.
Do you want the show to grow or not? You know what? Let's just bring on like homeless people and they can shit on themselves. Like, what do you want? We're trying to grow the show. We have to bring on people.
They want people to be mad, to be mean to you.
Yeah, I guess.
So-
Let's just hire professional, neggers.
Women?
I can't say that word.
Prostitutes? I'm in.
Yeah, just a prostitute. Kick me in the balls for 2 hours.
Okay. Hutch Hutchinson says, you guys better hope Eric July doesn't pull up now that you revealed the address of the meetup. I'm still watching Nick's stream with Eric, and I'm laughing out loud, and there's still 40 minutes of Eric left.
I'm really hoping someone doesn't come and tape money to the door of the...
My car.
Yeah.
Don't do that, whatever you do.
Please don't tape $50 to the door of my car, my private car.
Well, you see what it is. What
My
it is.
private
This
car
is
with a
my
giant
private. What it is.
logo on
Drive.
it.
What it is. Way. Well, you see what it is. Vito is what it is I just have this assault. What it is money. What it is burning a hole in my wallet. What it is.
Yeah. They're all like, what if I came to your house and did that? I'm like, my house doesn't have a giant picture of my face on the front of it, you know?
People have come to my house. I don't like it.
That's
don't
the other
come
thing.
to my house.
Yeah, don't go to
One was
people's-
a joker, and I opened the door and then closed it. Like, all right, get out of here.
But that's not like a warehouse. It's not like if you had a public-facing business and someone came along. And
I have the same reaction either way.
You'd go, yeah,
you're trying
all
to
right.
fuck with me. All right,
All right.
you know. I think you're
retarded.
Yeah.
Have fun.
And then the second guy, then he sent me like 1,000 DMs in a row on Twitter that was about like how murder is a way of becoming one with somebody, and that he's always known me for a long time. And I checked the security cameras, and he was waiting in the neighbor's yard for about 20 minutes before he energized himself to
Jesus
knock on the door.
Christ.
So I called the cops and said,
Yeah.
hey, I'm just letting you guys know, because next time you got to like get this guy some help or something.
Sure.
You know? Then he got in the Discord, and he got back on meds. Because the guys were talking to him. Now
a
he's
happy
fine.
guy.
Well, he has a wife and a kid, so I wouldn't say happy, but
But he's not coming to your house
He's
and
not coming to our
standing
house.
weirdly outside for 20 minutes.
yeah.
That's the goal. Well, I guess that's that'll bring us into something in a second. Do you want to do one of my favorite segments real
yeah.
quick?
Sure.
Guys, you gotta vote it up.
You're gonna go to Biggest Problem Nut Show. You're gonna vote up all the problems. Vito says what he wants you to hear. But to be fair, I just don't believe it. Vote it up with me, oh yeah. Vote it up with me tonight. Go to the website and vote on all the problems, or Vito will kill your family.
Yes.
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 I'll kill your fucking family.
Awesome.
Guys, I just had to do a quick one here. I just got one for you. But I felt like it was relevant. Dick, episode 104, not very far behind us. You may remember a problem called lack of term limits, where we talked about how some of these Congress people
You talking about Feinstein? Is that what it is
need
going
to
to
get
go?
out. Can you not spoil the fucking... You know, like I got a whole thing, and it's like got a rhythm to it, and you just...
Boring.
Fuck you. As I was going to say, one congresswoman apparently took my advice to heart and has exited her office. That is U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein of California.
Burn in
a
hell,
centrist
you
Democrat,
dumb bitch.
champion of liberal causes, who was elected to the Senate in 1992 and broke gender barriers throughout her long career in politics.
Get fucked. Get raped by Satan.
Jesus Christ, I didn't expect this reaction.
Why? Politician.
She
Fuck
has
'em all.
died at the age of 90. Dick.
Aha.
Assumedly,
Roast her ass. I'm going to believe in God as hard as I can, so there's a hell where she can get raped by demons.
I don't want her to get raped by
I'm
demons.
manifesting a hell.
Jesus Christ. We're never getting a TV show.
Why?
Because they're going to play this fucking clip.
Because of the rape part?
Yes! You can't say that shit. You can't say that.
Just kidding.
All right. In Minecraft. Feinstein died
In hell in
Thursday night. No,
Minecraft.
she's not in hell and she's not being raped. Fucking Christ. Feinstein died on Thursday night at her home in Washington, D.C. On the Senate floor, Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said, "We've lost a giant in the Senate."
Giant whore.
As the
She molested
nation
me.
mourns this
I went to
tremendous
Washington,
loss.
D.C. on a school trip.
Stop it.
And she said, hey, little boy, I was wearing a NASA shirt. I was wearing a
Sure.
space shuttle shirt.
Yeah.
1992, I was 12. And a hat, a space hat. And she said, hey, little boy, how'd you like to get in the space program? How'd you like to be an astronaut? And then I went into her office, and she said, just stick your hand in this curtain. And I felt something warm and gooey.
Jesus
And
fucking.
then she pulled off the blanket, and it was my arm was up her pussy. And she started...
As
Dianne
the nation
Feinstein did
mourns this
and she started
tremendous
going,
loss. We know
And
how
I
many
never wanted
lives
to-
she impacted
Then
and
I
how many
hated space.
glass ceilings she shattered along the way.
She raped me
Said
when I was a little boy.
fuck the, all right.
What?
Lack of term limits is currently number 230 with 248 votes. Interestingly enough, tied with space tourists. Kind of on theme.
Oh, just,
You getting a flashback
God, I
from
gotta
that.
pull my arms into my shirt.
Dianne Feinstein
You're gonna
R.I.P.
go to biggest problem that show.
Rape in peace, you
all the
whore.
Vito says what he wants you to hear.
Man!
To be fair,
Fucking government, man. The government, this affects all of us,
You
dude.
to talk about raping and whatever the fuck this is.
Go to the website and vote on all the problems, or Vito will.
He's a real bad guy.
Not
He's a
anymore,
real fucking bad
apparently.
person.
Jesus. Okay. Well, R.I.P. Dianne Feinstein. I'm the winner.
Yeah, you're the winner.
I'm the winner. Fantastic. Guys, there's a certain state in the union which we gotta talk about.
Okay.
State where everything's a little bigger, everyone's a little
State of
surlier,
insanity.
and everybody says hello to their neighbor with a gun.
To their partner.
To their partner.
Howdy, partner.
My problem, Dick, is Texas law myths.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to set up what has occurred in Texas.
Oh, yes. Here we
So
go.
there's a certain gentleman named Riley.
Yes.
And Riley,
Up-and-coming comedian.
comedian
star.
much like a young Alex Stein, running around doing his pranks. He's a prankster in the style of Ashton Kutcher, perhaps, on Punk'd. Or
Kutcher, yeah.
what was the name of that guy who had the X Factor when you got X'd?
Charles Manson?
Yeah, it was Charles Manson had that great prank show in the 70s.
Yeah, it was great.
I've convinced these kids to kill a bunch of celebrities.
He did.
Let's
He did
see
do that.
how it goes.
It's a hilarious
It was a
joke.
good prank. I don't know how
He
it
just
ended.
couldn't keep the through line going.
He lost the,
He
lost the footage. He's like, no, I had all this footage where I set it up. It was a prank. Oh, fuck. Anyway, so Riley, who was not a fan of Eric July for one reason or another, set up a parody site called the Clippaverse,
Right.
and said that he was going to pull up on Eric July and shave his hairy shoulders.
Yeah.
How horrifying. And then Eric July says this is a real threat. That he is worried of being shaved by Riley.
Yeah.
And he took action to have Riley's Twitter account struck for violating his trademark.
Yeah, he filed a trademark DMCA takedown of Riley's store on a trademark that he's currently getting sued for infringing upon. Oh, no, wait.
He owns
trademarked him to
Rippaverse, I'm
Rippaverse.
sure.
I actually don't know if it's true, but yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, so he got Riley's store taken down. It may have also helped contribute to Riley losing his Twitter account, which is not good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Eric July, what he didn't realize is when you file a DMCA report and fill in the information like your name and the name of your company and your business address, that information all gets sent to the person who you are filing the complaint against.
Yeah, a little loophole there,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So when you've been fighting with a guy for months who claims he wants to shave you and you send him a legal document containing your business address,
Yeah.
it's quite possible that troll may roll up to your building and attempt to troll you further.
I mean, it's almost unheard of because no one would ever
do
such a silly thing because no one would react, so wouldn't care,
No one
right?
would well,
People have come to my house and I'm like, yeah, I mean, get the fuck out of here. I don't make a
let's
big deal about it.
Be clear about exactly what Riley did. He had a pair of giant novelty scissors that he took pictures of himself holding,
Here, I have
insinuating that he would, again, clip Eric July's hair. That's horrifying.
Like scissors that you cut the ribbon on a car dealership
exactly.
with.
Ribbon cutting scissors. You have the video here.
I have the actual video.
All right. So this is the video that was sent, which has been 264,000 views. This is Riley's viral moment.
Him and his girlfriend have had an amazing success.
They're on a
this
run.
month.
It's only up from here.
Okay, here's Riley going to the headquarters, the warehouse of the Rippaverse,
Yes.
which is in a nondescript industrial park
Just an industrial
zone.
park.
Everybody knows what those are like. They all have the same driveways, the same buildings
It's a
across the
giant
entire
empty
country.
parking lot with nobody there because there's only like 5 guys working.
Manufacturing repackaging vitamins and stuff like that
Yes.
in there. Okay, here's Riley's production.
All right, Eric, ignore those super chats, you son of a bitch.
Oh, Riley also was upset that he super chatted Eric and Eric didn't read them on air.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's giving him live super chats in retaliation for not reading. He's taping money to the door.
Super chats, so I brought him $50. Also vandalized his building with these stickers. See what he has to say about that?
Okay, so we all saw that and we went, well,
Yeah.
all right. You put some
Cool.
stickers on his building and you taped some money to the door.
$50.
Now, we assumed, I don't know why I assumed this, but I assumed that any rational person would react to this and say, well, that was stupid, or not say anything at all. Just be like, yeah, I'm just
ignore
going to ignore this stupidity. If this guy thinks he got one over on me by giving me
Whatever.
$50 with pictures of bunnies drawn on them, sure, you're a winner. Congratulations. Instead, this spiraled into 2 days of psychopathic screaming about how Riley is a viable threat to this man's private business.
Yeah.
And this is doxing, stalking, harassment, trespassing, loitering, and every
criminal
crime,
vandalism and mischief.
and how Riley will soon be sentenced to 20 years in federal prison.
Or you're missing the.
Or-
also, I heard every single synonym and euphemism for getting shot that black people have or have ever had. Ventilated, aerated, Swiss cheese.
Well, the reason, Dick, that they're allowed to shoot Riley dead for sticking money to their door is, of course, because Eric July's business is headquartered in Texas, a lawless state
Yes.
where you can shoot anyone for any reason.
A murder-based,
A
anarchic
murder-based economy.
meritocracy. Yes.
Meritocracy. Here's a couple tweets I've collected.
Have gun will kill.
This was Spades86 who told Riley, why don't you...
Can't call him that.
That's what he calls himself. Why don't you act hard with that same energy during the day? Oh, wait. Texas Penal Code 9.41 permits the use of force to protect property. Snarky Commander says, in Texas, if you walk onto my driveway, pick up my 45-year-old cassette tape of whatever, some old tape.
Some kind of child porn that he has.
Yeah,
that
then
he's
turn
describing.
and head away with it. I can legally shoot you dead, and I've committed no crime.
No, false.
You've come onto my property, took my property, and attempted to flee.
It's literally the Simpsons episode. Homer, it doesn't work if you're invited, man. Get away, Flanders.
Here's Eweez saying, officers, there's a man on my... Here's what, Eric would say to the cops. Officers, there's a man on my property vandalizing my business while knowingly trespassing. Remember, fam, we're talking about Texas, where the castle doctrine is a thing. So now the castle doctrine, of course, enters
Well, we all.
into it.
I mean, you could shoot someone for coming in your house in California too.
Yeah.
it's not like
coming into your house, not
you have to be afraid of your
knocking
life
on the
too.
door and sticking money to it. You can't shoot a fucking Jehovah's Witness for showing up and leaving
Not even
some
in Texas?
literature. No, I don't
What
think
do you
so.
mean? Oh, because they worship Christ as well.
Here, Julian Leonard Reyes, who seems to be some sort of lawyer himself.
Legal scholar.
Yeah, says he broke several breaking and entering laws, which are harshly punished in Texas. Blob the retard here is looking at a 2 to 10 year prison sentence. Minimum. Put him away for life, I think.
These are the
based on this video.
ANCAP libertarians,
Yes,
right?
yes, ANCAP libertarians.
A guy tapes $50 to your glass door and says, and flips off your security camera outside, by the way,
Right.
in the public.
Never enters. Goes at night
strip
when there's
mall.
literally no one there for him to harass. It's him by himself.
He went earlier and knocked on the door, and nobody answered.
Nobody answered. Well,
Probably because they didn't have any comics to ship today.
yeah, probably they got the day off because it's like, what are you gonna do? Ship 2 comics? Finally weighing in is Eric July himself, Dick.
Oh, man.
And he's got a little something to tell you about Texas. Eric July says, legal advice, don't do anything that threatens or violates the private property rights of
Is he a lawyer?
responsible
Is he like
gun owners.
a bird law lawyer or something?
I think he's a bird law
Retard
lawyer.
law?
Yeah,
Okay.
Eric July is clearly
Sorry, I
versed in the law.
interrupted.
Do not violate the private property rights of responsible gun owners in their home or business park. Regardless of how you feel about it, they're protected, especially in Texas. What is this belief that Texas is like this magic fantasy state where you get to shoot loiterers dead for fucking around in your parking lot? That's not a thing.
you remember a guy who said steers and queers come from Texas?
I do remember
I
that
think
guy.
we've discovered the etymology
Wasn't that
of
Sergeant Lee Ermey, I think was his name?
These guys are such low testosterone drama queens that they cannot resist turning everything into some kind of bizarre murder scenario.
Dude, they're babies. It's fucking so weird. As we keep bringing up, Eric July works for the Blaze. Who does the Blaze employ? Alex Stein. What does Alex Stein do pretty much every week?
For
Goes
money.
to a private business, storms in the door, starts making crazy noises and filming himself doing whatever the fuck.
Which Riley did not do.
Which Riley
He
didn't
walked
even
up
go into
to
the
door.
business. What Alex Stein does, if you think that going into a business is breaking and entering, then you should hate Alex Stein.
You should absolutely despise
You should
him.
think that he's like committing
The
every
worst.
crime and deserves to be shot 1,000,000 times. But obviously, they don't believe that. We love Alex Stein. It's hilarious. All right, this is just like stupid man on the street pranks that everyone has been doing. Tom Green used to do this. You go to a sushi restaurant and you put a dildo on the fucking revolving sushi thing. And you go,
hilarious.
oh, that's funny. All right, I get it. I get the bit. You know? You don't go, oh my God, what if this turns into a mass shooting? People were saying that this is a slippery slope towards a mass shooting scenario. I should
Eric
have
July
clipped that
said
tweet.
that Dimebag Daryl was killed for less than this.
Dimebag Daryl was killed for less
She was
than...
shot on stage by a crazy fan, right? And he said what it is he was killed for less than this. What it is? It's like, well, I suppose that's true.
I don't understand. If you're like a tough guy, right? Like that's your...
Texas is not Africa. It's still the U.S.
Yeah.
U.S. laws do not let you just go around fucking shooting people
Right.
until you're out of bullets.
You can't yell castle doctrine and just shoot a guy dead for being in your parking
Get that
lot.
flyer off of my car. Blah, 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 blah.
It doesn't work like that. Here's what
Why do they want it to work like that?
I don't know. Okay, here's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Is that Eric July's a tough guy, right? That's the image you're putting out. You're kind of like the gangster of making comic books, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Tough guy, you get the hat.
See?
Yeah.
You want a plot, see? I got a plot for you. It's $35, see? Me making money, that's the plot, see?
So
I didn't have
you're
money,
a
now I do have
real
money, see?
Cool,
Fuck
badass
those charity kids,
guy. Why do you go, I'm going to shoot that fat guy if he gives me money
That was like
again?
a video.
You're like, well, that doesn't make it. He doxed my private business address. And it's like, you gave it to him.
Well, you
in
do.
your
I would
stupid
like to see.
complaint.
I want to see proof of that.
I want to see proof of that.
I don't want to see a screenshot. I want to see proof. What do you want? Like the email? No, I don't want an email or a screenshot. I need proof. What it is, well, our headquarters is at a different. Somebody sent me. Now everybody's sending me all this dirt on them,
I know.
and I'm
People are
obvious.
sending me like legit dirt where they're like, hey, you could actually get him in trouble with the government. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
I will. I'm running
Please
with
don't.
everything because he's making. You can't threaten to kill Riley. I'm not.
Well,
I'm not
please
allowing
don't.
that.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that.
I'm coming back at you hard, man. That he illegally registered his business to a PO box or something, and that's why Eric is.
I don't know.
He fucking illegally registered.
I'm making no legal claims about Eric July.
He called Nick the N-word today.
Well,
And white bread. That's a white hate
how do you call
speech.
somebody the N-word and then white bread? Those are two polarly
Because
opposed.
he's retarded. Because Eric July is a retard.
Well, I guess that's kind of the
83 IQ.
the
He
whole-
has an 83 IQ.
he can't. He's not that smart.
He couldn't even bust tables at the Waffle House, I bet. He wouldn't test. They'd say, go apply at the police station, buddy. You're out of here. Go ahead. What do you...
Well, I'd say this.
He's like, forks and spoons. I can't keep these apart.
Eric July has done very
How do you
well.
know?
He's done very well with this, overbearing, like, if I just talk tough, everybody will
yeah.
fall in line because they don't want to challenge me, right?
Yeah.
And then Nick Rekieta is like, oh, I don't give a shit about this, like, little thing you put on. You're an idiot. And, like, basically humiliated him for 2 hours. It was the entire time during the Nick Rekieta, Eric July, how dare you not dissociate with Dick Masterson stream, I guess was the theme. Was like,
I don't know what
how
the
are you
one is.
friends with Dick Masterson? Why are you defending him or whatever? And it's like, well, all Nick said was he went on Twitter and he's like, I'm seeing a lot of people saying it was legal to kill Riley taping money to Eric July's warehouse.
First of all,
as a lawyer, I'd like to say,
do not
definitely don't do that. And no, that's
You'll
not
die. You'll go to prison.
I think he said like
forever.
Don't do that. And no, it being Texas does not somehow make it different. And Eric July took issue with that. He's like, "What do you mean I can't kill him? I should be able to kill him." Like, no, this is
I happen
ridiculous.
to have rock star lawyers. So what it is you think that you look at me and you think, wow, that guy doesn't have lawyers or any sort of intelligence at all. But actually, I have amazing lawyers.
Did he actually say? Somebody was saying he said his lawyer said he would have been in his rights to shoot Riley.
Yeah, I brought in clips for my problem.
How? What lawyer told him he could kill a guy?
Glenn Beck's personal lawyer.
Probably.
Glenn Beck pulled him out of his asshole and he called up Eric July. Said,
Well, his argument was, well, it's a private business.
it's a private parking lot.
It's a private parking lot, and you're like, well, right next to it is like a car wrap place. So Riley actually rolled in the next day and he went to the car wrap place. It was like getting quotes on how much to vinyl wrap his car. And you're like, well, he's doing legitimate business now. You can't tell me he's in private property. The car wrap
Nick
place.
said, are there any no trespassing signs? He goes, well, no.
No. And then he tried to say that there's like 3 gates on the property, and then people are pulling up satellite images, and they're like, "There's not a single gate on the property.
It's just a normal industrial
It's an
park.
industrial business park." If a guy pulls in there to turn around, you can open fire on him too. Anybody who enters in, is that violate castle doctrine?
At no time in human history has it ever been allowed for someone to just be ambling around and for you to execute them. That's not even allowed in like animal societies.
No.
Like they would go, well, don't do that.
You can't just
That's
kill that other
crazy.
monkey. He's just, he got lost. Look, this is all very ridiculous.
You meant Riley.
And the other, yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. Wow, I was just
Jesus Christ. As Nick Rekieta put it.
Just kidding.
He said, here's how you diffuse that situation. Again, you just say, yeah, some fat retard showed up and put money on my door. Thanks for the money, asshole.
Everyone knows how to
move
diffuse that
on.
situation.
You don't post these long rambling things about how my private business has been doxxed by a harassing, malicious individual who poses a threat to me, and I have to protect my workers. Okay, my workers are my family, and I don't know what this individual and his giant novelty scissors might be capable of. He might start snapping them around. He might chase us around the warehouse. He might grab a
He might
forklift.
give us the scissors and then chase us so that we run, injuring ourselves.
Anything could happen. Anything could happen in
This
that
is
kind of
against
scenario.
OSHA regulations, number 1. Keeping oversized novelty scissors in an industrial zone. That's
Texas Penal Code 10.959. If a man has giant novelty scissors, you're allowed to take a rocket launcher and blow that individual up. That is in the Texas Penal Code.
Novelty scissors? Try that in a small town.
Try that in a small business park, motherfucker. Try that in a small business park.
This is a private driveway, okay? I'm going to need you to halt. This is a private domicile driveway.
So my problem is
Huge retards. Eric
Well,
July.
that's one of 'em.
What a fucking retard.
the myth of Texas.
You know what else
is
annoyed me when he's giving Nick
murderland.
shit? I'm like, man, probably the only reason that I've held back at all is because Nick is friends with you guys.
Yeah, that
That's
you
the
don't wanna
only reason
fuck
I
that
don't
up.
go after the girls. That's the only reason I don't go like real hard on the race stuff. Like, is just out of respect for his circle of
We don't want to
friendship.
blow up Nick's spot. I keep
I
saying
really
it, Nick.
don't. I felt bad.
I'm like,
I
Nick,
felt
I'm
bad this whole
sorry
time.
that you're getting pulled into this by being they keep saying, well, he's a fence sitter. I'm like, no, he's just being a lawyer, and he's telling you can't kill a guy because it's Texas. That's not fence sitting.
kill a guy
That's
you don't like
explaining
'cause
to you
it's Texas.
that you guys are fucking retarded and don't understand the law at
Yeah, but
all.
he'd be doing gay shit. What it is, see, I have a private non-gay business park. It's against the lease for me to be tolerating and prognosticating pugalicious gay atrocities in my business,
Pugalicious.
in my park of warehouseless distributions.
Warehouseless. That is. Here's what I understand about Nick Rekieta is he
Almost kind
tries
of activity, yeah.
He tries to stay out of it, but when all his friends are going, he should have shot that guy dead. He has this lawyer instinct where he goes, guys, like, You can't kill the guy.
I mean, he's still a man. He can't allow that to be said. You're like, no, that's retarded.
I think he knows that those guys, he's like, guys, come on, you're being stupid like that. And for some reason, that's taken as the ultimate disrespect. Like, Nick Rekieta's not on our side. He's not fighting for us. He's like, I just...
Yeah, because you're retarded.
You can't kill
and your
a guy
comics suck.
for coming into your...
Your comic book sucks.
A comic book does suck. And that's, for some reason...
Guys, if Nick was on my side, he would just read the comic book.
Yeah. He would read it and he would say, well...
And if you shot Riley, that would be the last mistake you ever made. You think bullets can penetrate that skintanium hull that he's rocking?
Riley is a man of
You could unload an entire clip into him, and
You're
he's
not going to
coming.
take him down. Those scissors will get you eventually. Myths.
Now Ralph's in on the case. He's in on it.
I don't know why Ralph's getting in on it, but it's hilarious.
Because Eric's retarded. Ralph was playing Eric's live stream and putting blaxploitation, like funk grooves under it. It was so funny.
I will say that the best thing to come out, or at least for me,
he's like, yeah, see, so what it is, in Texas, textulation, there's a stipulation of the penis code 9-3, where anytime after dark.
I will say one of the best things to come out of this is Eric July admitting he has no idea who sent that stupid email, despite sicking his hundreds of thousands of followers on me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick went, so...
oh wait, let me load that up.
Yeah, well, I have that clip on my page.
Yeah, I'll go find it on yours.
So any lawsuit, which is again, I've been getting hundreds of messages.
Oh, he also
from his
confessed
followers.
to the charity fraud that I was making fun of him for, and that Vito didn't. He also now I don't know if he's just totally incapable of explaining a simple business transaction, or if he's trying to cover up some sort of a fraud. I think it's more the latter, because, he's a known criminal gangbanger, and he lies about literally everything. So why wouldn't he be lying about the charity shit? Seems kind of fucking obvious from where I'm sitting. How much money did he make in charity? How much did the charity get?
That's really all he needs to say.
Because the $17 book, they said, this is a cost. Actually, we cover the rest. You pay for the $17.
is what it costs.
That book is now $5.
He has it on sale for $5.
So I guess he's spending $12 to make every sale?
Yeah, according to his math, that means he's losing $12 for every
Not
book
losing,
he sells.
spending.
Spending.
Because he said break even was $17.50. So if he's selling it to you for $5, he's putting in an additional $12 to get it to you.
According to him. The funny thing is, all right, Buster, calm down.
Seems like charity fraud. I don't know.
I mean, I was on a stream yesterday, and they're like, well, he could be losing money, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, why doesn't he just say that then? All he has to do is come out and say, I lost this much money giving books to charity.
Because then he'd have to say he lost $12 million making 3 comics.
His numbers don't add up in any way. And we'll get into that one day. Let's just say...
the quartering said that he would give Eric anything he needs, right?
Right, yeah. When Eric came out and said that we were conducting gay ops against his business, numerous YouTubers decided to show up and go, Eric, we know that Vito and Dick are bad people, and we will do anything we can to support you.
Including letting you fuck our wives.
Yeah, we know that you have more evidence proving, because assuredly you would not accuse them of this without additional receipts 100% proving what happened.
Because we come from I'll say a high trust society and culture, so we apply that to you because we've welcomed you in, stupidly.
Yes. Dude, the more I look at this, all these guys who are like a ride or die for Eric July, I'm like, I don't think you guys understand this path does not lead you to riches. You're just hitching your wagon to a fucking crater of an asteroid that's going to smash into the ground and kill millions.
One day people will look at what I've done and say, wow, he was really way ahead of the time. He was way ahead of his time.
Well, here is the fodder to give our lawyers when Eric July tries to sue us for illegally torturous interference with our business.
Different lawyers.
That's why I said lawyers.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We can have separate ones.
Okay.
Shut up.
Yeah, here's Nick asking
some very simple questions.
What Eric didn't realize Eric fought to get on the stream spastically so
Yeah.
he could jibba jabba like Colonel Stinkmeaner and shit his
Which
pants.
works on people who aren't lawyers.
Oh, this is basically a deposition. What he talked himself into.
Yes.
Where Nick's asking
he admitted to a bunch of stuff. Nick at one point was like, "You should stop saying
talking.
this without
Stop
a lawyer."
talking.
And he's like, "That sounds like a challenge, motherfucker. Here's what I think." And he's like, "That's not a challenge. I'm not challenging you.
Stop talking.
Stop talking until you talk to a lawyer." Well, here's the thing I'm going to pontificate about.
I basically am a lawyer.
He thinks
Oh, yeah. Eric brought up the charity fraud, and Nick goes, I don't want to ask you questions about that. Nick said, there's questions that I want to ask you, but I don't want to ask them because if you answer them in a weird way, you will look guilty. And he forced through it, and then the first answer he gives, Nick goes, oh yeah, I'll play that. You can see, I want to walk through frame by frame everything that Nick's thinking. You can see it written all over his face. Like,
throughout
oh
this
god.
whole thing.
And because I was in my bed watching it, having the total opposite reaction. I was like, I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it! I knew it! Yes! I knew it! You fucking idiot! He reverse Perry Mason him.
honestly,
He fucking
he really
They
did.
never confess on the stand that he fucking did! I fucking got my Perry Mason moment! Yes!
Nick's a superstar.
What are you
for this
doing? No,
stream.
stop him. Judge, you're on
Yeah.
stop. Order in the court, and I hope they burn it. I did steal from those cancer kids.
You want
and
the
I hope
truth?
they burn
You
in
can't
hell.
handle the truth. Who called in the code red? I did it. I ripped those kids off. I did it.
Yes, I sold those comics for $17, and I'd do it again.
Oh no. Nick's a superstar for this stream.
Nick's world famous. People forget that. They think he lucked into it. He didn't.
Watching this, I went. If I ever needed a lawyer for something, and Nick Rekieta was an option, I would absolutely.
He made this big response about, like, somebody said, why don't you treat Dick like this? He's like, Dick doesn't act like this.
Yeah. They're like, how
first
come you
of
don't
all-
interrogate Dick like this? He's like, because Dick's not a petulant child who's
said it-
demanding respect.
He
you
like
know?
laid it out really like calmly and rationally, and then the woman said like, "Oh, so I guess you're just smarter than everyone." And I was like, "Did a woman just ask Nick Rekieta if he's smarter than her?" Yes, you didn't need that. You didn't need that paragraph to know that, sugar tits, you dumb bitch. Yes,
It's been a fun 2
child.
days.
You put a woman and Nick Rekieta together, and then give a child a problem and see which one it goes to before it can speak. All right. Here is Eric July totally exonerating us for the lawsuit that he said he was going to file.
100% we are exonerated.
Did you accuse him of starting that lawsuit
No.
prior to him tweeting that?
No.
No?
No.
You didn't say that he and Vito were behind that?
No. you're making a claim that I explicitly stated that I wouldn't be so foolish as to do that.
So Dick and Vito didn't do this thing?
I don't know.
You don't know now?
No, I don't know. Maybe
There
they
it
did,
is.
maybe they didn't.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Potentially. Nonetheless,
You're
let's
gonna
not-
sit here. You're
all right.
gonna sit here and honestly fucking say maybe now?
That's
Like you don't know?
Watch this smile.
What did
It's like he knows he's
you
caught.
want to watch the video now, Nick? Because I never explicitly say that it is that was what it was that they did.
You didn't say that he and Vito were behind that?
No.
Did they do it? Maybe. Oh, that'll hold up in court.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's literal. I don't know.
You got the quartering all gassed up about we'll give you whatever
got you anything you need.
Eric, all these
Dude,
comic
multiple YouTubers.
guys.
There's one guy who had like a whole rant. I always knew this Vito guy was a bad guy, and he says he stands for this, blah, blah, blah. But and I'm like, all right, well, we didn't do it. Eric himself says, I don't know. I don't know who did it.
Gem Farm is going to be
Game
good
fucking
this year's,
over.
boys.
Oh, God, the gem haul is real. Although I think Nick Rekieta has Eric July's gem now. You're going to have to convince him to loan it to you.
No, you guys don't understand. I've noticed this too. I saw some commentary about who has whose
gem.
gems. when I separate a retard from his gem,
Yeah.
then his fall begins. It's terminal, I'm afraid.
So you already had the gem.
I had the
And it's
gem.
all been a downfall from here.
The person around the retard around the retard gem is more like a suit or a shell that falls from heaven where I am in my glory. And then the retard suit, the corpse, falls from the sky and gets attacked by
Some good
first
lore.
angels and then vultures.
I feel like we need to make
finally
I feel like we need to make an award-winning
insects.
indie comic book out of this. I see your bunny avatar flying through space. The Armenian gem has been mine for many years, but only now have I acquired the elusive black gem. Soon,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Soon all the gems will be mine. The black gem's a hard one to get, but you really got it now.
The white one's the hardest.
The white one's hard. I don't know about that.
You don't know about gems like I do.
Yeah, you're Gem Master, Gem Master Masterson.
White
Gem
people.
Masterson, that's your superhero name. All right, Gem Masterson. Well, I've
Okay,
gotten
good
my
problem.
Texas problem out of the way.
My problem is the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Oh, wow. What is that, Dick?
It's a cognitive
Oh,
bias.
no, wait, hold on. I know everything about that, but please explain.
It's when people with limited competence in a particular domain overestimate their abilities. So
Right.
basically, the dumbest people overestimate their abilities the most.
Yeah.
Up into the very smartest people, and they overestimate their abilities only slightly.
Right.
And that's where it crosses. But
They often
everybody
underestimate their abilities. They think they are less capable.
Yeah, so here's a good
they actually
example of the Dunning-Kruger effect. This is Eric July arguing with Nick Rekieta about the penal code when Nick says that Riley did not commit vandalism and criminal mischief. Here is Eric quoting
Eric the lawyer.
Eric the lawyer, Dunning-Kruger effect in action.
In my last stream. So I do not think he should have gone to your place of business at all. But at the same time, like if people ask me about legalities, specifically self-defense, like I'm going to give them my legal opinion. That's still true. And I think right before we got, or that I saw that you were in chat, I was saying that there are two practicalities, right? There's what you can legally do, and then there's what you should and shouldn't do.
Sounds pretty
And I think what
lawyerly.
Riley did is something you shouldn't do. So I want to be very clear on that.
I'm cool with that. There is a point of contention there. I'm obviously not a lawyer, but I'm at least familiar enough with it, certainly with our team, as well as what's actually happening on
dude.
it. Again, my issue with it is less legal versus illegal anyway. But again, I do question that whole legality aspect of it all because, I make the argument, and certainly everybody here is making the argument that for sure, definitely considering at nighttime, that is criminal mischief, right? Definitely because he's writing on stuff and he's putting notes up and all that good stuff. And in Texas, if you don't know, you can, by the way, and this is not anything that I'm advocating, right? I want to be very clear about that. But, definitely because we're talking about the legality of deadly force and all that good stuff in Texas, you're committing criminal mischief at night, you absolutely have the right. It's right there in Section 9 of the Texas Penal Code. And, you can read it verbatim. It specifically addresses you being able to use deadly force for someone committing criminal mischief at night on your property.
Section 9.
So, but however, that aside, because that was never really on the table, the argument about that, I don't know if you're more so hearing that from
Okay. I thought I had it queued up to just say, he said, in penal code,
That guy cannot just say a sentence. It's crazy. How does he not just go, well, according to the Texas Penal Code, if someone's committing criminal mischief, you have the right to use deadly force against them. That took me 2 seconds to say.
Yeah.
It's also wildly incorrect, I'm pretty sure. You can't just shoot a guy for like spray painting your building.
No.
I'm going to shoot that guy dead. No, you can't. You just can't do that.
No, you're going in.
That doesn't work.
Not because, the sun was down.
Yeah, why does it matter if it happened at night? You're saying during the day it's okay to commit criminal mischief? And then you can't kill a guy. But if it's at night...
Yeah. Here's another example of where Eric thinks he's smarter than the lawyer when Nick asks about the charity.
Yeah. Can I mention that it's really hard for me to watch these? Like, I could not watch the stream because I feel so much secondhand embarrassment from Eric July trying to out-lawyer a lawyer that I'm just like, oh my fucking God, just stop. Just stop. Go, you know what? I'm not a lawyer. I don't really understand it. I just really don't like what he did. Instead, well, according
in Penal Code
and I've
9
talked to my
of
rockstar
it.
lawyers, and according to Penal 95959, if I want to dissect that individual and rip out his heart while it's still beating, as long as he said, I dislike your warehouse clearly and verbally to me, that is a threat. That is an issue.
Criminal
threat.
warehouse. Here's the money shot. I know that a lot of people can't watch stuff like this.
It's so hard.
And they would say it in the comics. That's like, this is the best thing for me.
You're watching this over and over.
I've probably watched this 3 times already. I'll watch it again too tomorrow.
I'm struggling.
Here is Nick saying that he could just ask some simple questions about the charity to clear things up, but he doesn't want to because if Eric gives a weird answer,
That's going to look bad for him.
it's going to look like he's guilty.
Well,
A fraud.
that's an opinion.
And then Nick tries to stop him. There you go.
17 that we gave them money, right?
Yes.
The 17 that we charged them. By the way, it was not just $17, and I wish people would say that. That was not the average cost of the book.
What was the average cost?
The average cost, I think, came out to some closer to like $13 or so because we offered it in bundles. So the more money it is that they got.
So somebody posted this to me that said, when you're donating an item to charity, it can't have a fluctuating cost.
Of course not. Why? How could it
You
possibly?
can't go, it's 13 or 17 or 15.
If you buy it in bulk for charity, then it's 13. Why is it? Aren't you sending them in a big pallet? Oh, yes, but, if you buy more, you get a discount. A discount on money I'm giving away to cancer kids? What does that mean?
Yeah,
I could
what do you
just
mean?
give any amount.
Can I donate 17 if I... Well, yeah, but now you only have to donate 13.
You could donate $100 for $80.
At any point, I could donate any amount. Like, what do you mean you're giving me a discount on what's being donated to charity?
How much are the books?
Yeah.
Well, at cost, they're $17. Now, this is what a person who's not suffering from the Dunning-Kruger effect,
Right.
if they were to describe a potential fraud that they were doing, and the lawyer that the world famous lawyer that they were describing it to
Told them to stop
looked like
loudly.
that, they would immediately stop.
Clearly, I'm not prepared to talk about this, Nick. We'll come back to it some other time.
Did you kill that girl? Well, what happened was, clearly you're mistaken in some kind of way that you're reacting. Not me. It's you.
I was covered in dog blood, sir, and that was from the dogs.
What do you mean kill?
What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean kill?
I just want to see. I want to walk through Nick's reaction frame
Define
by
stab
frame.
for me. I mean, there was a knife and a motion. I don't know if I would describe it as a
I
stab.
stabbed her, but I mean the gravity.
Gravity brought the scissors down
pressure
upon
kind
her.
of killed her.
More
Not.
of an aggressive poking action, I would describe it. Not a stabbing necessarily.
I had a knife.
I had a knife. If that's what you want to hear, if that's going to make you happy.
Why are you making that face again? What's wrong with you? Do you have some kind of nervous tick to make that face of total disappointment? Now, let's go through it.
Yeah.
So to like $13 or so.
Now there, Nick blinks and is about to try to clarify something, and he realizes that possibly...
You know, you can use these to go
I
frame by
can?
frame.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now here's $13. Nick. Oh, no. Nick is impacted by a medicine ball at this moment. He goes, a psychic medicine ball. Oh, what? He's thinking the feeling that many men have thought, fuck, Dick was right. Fuck. I know that look. My dad has had that look my entire life. I know that look very well. Now he's thinking, well, I suppose I should ask the next question, but the next question is going to totally destroy him because his answer will be completely fucking
just
retarded.
Staring off into space. He's like, oh no.
So he says, well,
There's the blink.
yeah, I can't say that. Okay.
Oh, the head turn.
Now, Retardo McGee over here, who is boiling with Dunning-Kruger effect right now, staring off. Who knows what he's looking at?
I can't watch this.
Mega
Go ahead.
Blocks.
Yeah, he's looking at blocks.
A Garfield calendar that he has hung in his
Hang
studio.
in there, baby.
Something.
Yeah.
What do you think he has there that he's looking at? He's not looking at the camera.
He's got a big bucket of gumdrops. He's looking forward to tackling afterwards.
I can't wait to get at those.
Can't wait to get at them gumdrops.
What it is, I can't wait to get at those gumdrops. What it is. And he says one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. I'm gonna play that at full speed.
That they got. I don't know. Is there something that was confusing right there, Nick?
Is there something that was confusing? Because I'm describing taking money for charity and then giving the money to charity. Is there something in my explanation that was confusing? Because I could talk more, even though you just told me not to.
Yeah.
And hopefully explain it to you who are stupid.
Didn't give the money to charity, I think is what you meant, right? I took money for charity and I gave them a book which has a variable cost depending on the time of day and where, the solar calendar is currently.
Based on my research, they didn't get any money until I started raising a stink about it.
And then they suddenly got $8,000.
And $8,000 isn't all of it.
No.
All of it is 1,300 copies times whatever that figure he's throwing around is. All of that.
It's a variable, Dick.
Could be any amount of.
There was a discount.
Yeah, if you buy more charity, you get more charity, obviously.
What I don't understand is, but isn't the book now worth $5 because he's selling it for $5?
Do the cancer kids get a
do the cancer kids get like some bonus money?
Price matching.
I only actually ended up giving you this much amount of comic.
The ones that aren't dead by now, can they bring their comic in and get $7 back or something?
At least they got to read ISOM. They got to, watch a guy walk around and fight security guards and not have a super suit until like the last page.
I just want to know if Marvel and DC were running a charities promotion.
See, that's what I was arguing with people about last night. Is they're like, see, that's interfering with his business. I'm like, how does his business suffer from asking a charity if they got money?
I'm interfering with his business. No one should buy his comics. They're horrible.
But you're not legally interfering with his business. You're like,
there's no law against
interference.
No. I'm telling people not to buy his fucking comic because it's terrible. Don't support this shit.
Which is
do not support this fucking business. I'm actually doing it worse than what he's saying. That I'm emailing charities. I'm telling people do not buy this product. It's dog shit. I read it. It's fucking horrible. Don't buy it.
Right.
Drive him out of business. Anybody that creates art that's this dog shit should never be paid for it. Do not buy it. Destroy his fucking company.
Well, you don't.
I'm not mincing my words at all.
Destroy his company through withholding your
money
purchasing of the product. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Way worse than what he's saying I'm doing.
You can say, I don't like this company and I don't want to see them succeed. That's what I don't think people can wrap their heads around. It's like, well, don't you want... You guys make endless videos about how you hope Disney loses money, and every time they lose money, you make a video
and then when
celebrating it.
When the little girl on Snow White gets fired, you're like, yeah! Fuck you! And she wasn't even fired.
No, she wasn't. But they get all excited about it. But us saying this comic sucks and nobody should buy it, for some reason meets their standard of illegal business behavior. Yeah, he's really upset that Nick is cringing at it. He's like... Again, this is a lawyer basically listening to his client on the stand going, listen, that girl was stabbed when she came to me. All right? I was taking the knife out of her body, and that's when the cop came in. I can understand that it looked like I was putting the knife into her. I was attempting to assist.
I thought that it looked like what my knife would look like in her.
I wanted to see what the knife looked like, and then I felt bad about taking it out, so I put it back in. And then I had a second thought. I said, no, I should take it out, and I took it back out. And I said, no, it really does belong in there. And it was a lot of this. It was a lot of this motion, which I could understand would look like a stabbing, but I must express I just wanted to admire the quality of the knife that was already in that bitch when I stabbed her. Shit! Fuck!
Okay, let me see.
Nick?
Oh, yeah. Is something confusing to you, Nick? Okay,
I don't know
let's
how you
see
can
where
watch
else.
this.
Let's
This is
see
the most
where
embarrassing thing.
Oh, man. We are very different people.
I guess. This is so hard to watch. Is something wrong, Nick? Nick, is something wrong? Yeah, you're basically admitting to breaking the law. It kind of sounds like.
I mean, the law is irrelevant at this point.
Yeah.
Like, this is the shadiest answer you could possibly give.
Even if you're not admitting to breaking the law, it doesn't sound good. It sounds like you don't know how much money you collected and you don't know if any of it went to charity. Like, that's not a good share.
It sounds like you don't really know if you broke the law or not.
Dick, how much money did you donate to charity last year?
0.
There you go. That's the answer. Very quickly. How much money did you donate? This amount. Done.
Okay.
Simple.
All right, here we go.
There, Nick.
How can you watch this?
See, now the realization that Dick is right has sunk in. And that's where the smile comes from. Look, see? He's like, well, yeah,
right
why did
there,
I?
He goes, well, Dick was right.
He goes, why did I think he wouldn't be? Yeah.
Why did I distrust Dick
Why
for
did
even
I
a
not
second?
think that he would? Why did he? Of course it would be.
Yeah.
This is.
I didn't want to ask you these questions, man.
So when a lawyer says to you, I didn't want to ask you these questions, what would your response be?
Oh, well, then perhaps we can move on to a different topic.
Let's talk about wokeness in Star Wars
Yes.
and how much we both hate black people.
Or, here's Eric July's other problem, is every time he has like a big event, this is the same day he announced his new writer.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, we've got Mike Barron, famous comic writer, wrote for The Punisher. He's joining the Rippaverse warehouse to write the Goodyeing book. Isn't everybody exciting for that? And then instead of promoting that, he spends all day fighting with Nick Rekieta and Riley.
Yeah.
When you're like, dude, just promote your fucking
and not me.
and also he will avoid talking to you for some reason.
So it's very hard to understand what he's saying because he never uses my name. He only uses like pronouns. What do you got?
Just making sure the chat's going fine.
Okay. Remind me to play the Goodyeing quote that I have from him.
All right.
More Dunning-Kruger effect. Here you go.
Did you solicit a charitable donation for a book for $17 and the actual cost was $13?
That's not what it is that I said. I'm saying that's the average.
Now, the answer to that is no. When a lawyer asks you a question with that look on their face, are you telling me that you sold a book for $17 and it only cost $13? You can tell. You should be able to tell, even if you don't speak the same language as me, that the answer is no.
No, of course not.
No.
Typically, when a lawyer spends 30 seconds grimacing, that's your indication, like, I should probably answer these questions with more forethought. When the lawyer's going,
Mr. Thompson, when I stomp on your foot.
did you sell a $17 book to charity that only cost you $13? Based on your face, I'm going to say no.
No. Because I was saying yes. And
Of
your
course
face
not.
looks like horror and pain. So I'm going to say the opposite of what I said a second ago.
Do you have the clip where he asked him if he felt threatened?
I don't know. Let me finish this
Okay,
one.
finish this
What
one.
you said, maybe you should
No.
clarify, because that's why I didn't want to ask these questions.
Okay, no. I am specifically referencing. It's like you heard nothing. It was that I said. I'm specifically referencing how much on average that the customer paid for.
You didn't hear what I said.
On average that the customer paid for. So that meant different customers were paying different amounts of money for the same charitable donation.
Really wild charity. you
Which
have
does not
there.
make any sense. If I give you $17, you should donate $17 worth of stuff.
You should donate $17.
You should take my $17 and pass it on in the form of money.
It's not. I'm not buying into this whole. You should give the comic is a freebie. You're donating the money.
Donate the money. Give the comic for free and send all the money along with it.
Here's the clip that I wanted to play about Eric's big announcement today.
I'm excited.
This was a good cherry on top of the shit Sunday today. This is
Oh, that's the other thing. He was up at like 5 a.m. tweeting about this and then did a stream at like 9 a.m. I don't know when this guy sleeps. He's been obsessively tweeting for the past like 24 hours.
He's got to tweet his way out of this hole, man.
I guess. How does this help him at all? He's responding to everybody.
A lot of people said, like, I bought 2 issues, and after seeing you on Nick, I'm not supporting this shit anymore. That was horrible.
Dude, he's crazy.
Here's the big announcement about Gooding.
I'm excited.
Mike Barron has officially joined the Rippaverse. He will be writing Gooding, the Polymath, and that will be dropping sometime next year.
Gooding the Polymath.
Gooding the... Now,
the Polymath. Gooding
is... I know from the comic that he's like a libertarian police and fireman, and he's an extremely intelligent and gifted guy, but I don't know what he's trying to say about him here.
What is he saying, Dick?
Let's hear it again.
Mike Barron has officially joined the Rippaverse. He will be writing Gooding, the Polymath.
Okay, so it's definitely...
Polymath, isn't that it's ancient Greek race of person?
The Polymaths?
He's a Greco. Yeah, the Polymaths.
The Greco-Polymath
wrestling? The Greco-Polymath wrestling, yeah.
Is it? I think you're thinking of Pythagoras.
I'm thinking of the philosopher Polymath.
Oh, yeah. I don't do. Does chat know? Can we get a guess in chat for what he means? Gooding the Polymath? Anybody know?
Polymath.
7 screaming.
Isn't that a type of flatbread, I think?
It's not a Cadillac.
No.
It's a Polymath. Poor old, lazy.
Stop it. Thankfully, there's no N in Polymath.
They're thinking, does he mean bulimic? Is it Gooding the bulimic?
The bulimic.
Is he a bulimic superhero that throws up on everybody?
I think it's a sort of like Russian curry that they serve in a tiny wooden boat.
So he's a superhero that's in it's a curry.
He's a chef.
He can shapeshift into a curry.
Yeah, he's a curry-based.
Like the Wonder Twins.
Right. One of them can turn into any animal, and the other one can turn into
sort of curry.
Water. Any sort of curry. Dick, what was he saying?
Polymath.
Oh, Well, that's not how you pronounce that word, huh?
I think it's worse than not pronouncing it right at that point. For Gile, right?
Well, I'm looking forward to the
Plymouth, Lincoln Dodge
biopic.
Plymouth.
I hope we'll get a good biopic out of him.
It's just an odd.
It's very odd.
I'd rather
I don't know how you got there. I've never seen that word and been like, there must be a more creative way to.
Anthony?
Has he seen that word before?
Like
Did he write that? See, I don't even know if he's writing these comics.
I promise you, he's never seen that word before.
Yeah, but like, who wrote that down for him?
Writing the bad comics.
Oh, you think maybe Mike Barron wrote that down and said, here's how I want you to introduce the character?
Yeah, the Polymath.
Well, at least Mike Barron's here to save the Rippaverse.
Is it good mileage? Does it get good gas mileage, the Polymath?
Yeah, the Plymouth Polymath.
I have a ton of other clips, but I don't know. It just seems
it's going to take us all day to get through
yeah,
all
it really
these.
would.
I'd say this. Why don't you go watch?
Here's Eric's like calling out the quartering. Here, let's see. Let's
Why
just
is he
listen
talking
to
about
this
the quartering?
Because he said
the quartering was on his side for this bullshit.
Yeah, but he's just like a jealous little bitch, and he picks fights with everybody.
I said in the chat, I found it funny that Jeremy never talks about your actual books. He just talks about money you made. Well, I mean, the money and the books are tied together, but he's talked about other stuff. All those guys have. I think, and I put something on your mind here. And I think, again, there's a weird expectation for one. First of all, Jeremy has, never reviewed comics, number one. That's not what he does. He's never done that.
What it is.
But if I can put something on your mind as far as this... And I made this point, and I'm not meaning disrespect. But I made the point that in no other context would we find it bad that someone's friends supports them. And then that's when I have to take a step back. I take a step back, and I realize that some of these people don't got fucking friends, so they don't know what that looks like.
Does he just have dogs barking in the back of his studio all day? What the fuck is that?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
No, I do not know what you're saying.
Why? Is he saying Jeremy doesn't have any friends?
Even if they didn't do anything with it, if they supported it, Do y'all not have friends? Because if my friend owned a business, which they have, and they're like, yeah, I'm opening this business, I'm doing this and that, or this is my product, I'm in. It's my friend.
It works.
Yeah, then I'll take a step back and I remember a lot of these people don't have friends. So they don't really understand what that looks like.
Who is the man who can write shitty comics? Yeah. Eric. Who is the man who commits charity fraud and admits to it on the internet? Eric. Ooh, how much does it cost? 17 or 13?
I also know how people are like complete. I don't know if it's a Texas thing or what. But for example, I saw people like butthurt that Yellow Flash, and because he had said, well, hey, man, it's usually not a good idea to show up at anybody's business. Stalking or whatever it was that he had said. It's just generally not a good idea. It doesn't mean that you can't do it or whatever. It's generally not a good idea, especially at something like that. I don't know if it was like guys were freaking out because they like found out that I carry, and I said that I carry, and then guys were like, oh, he said he was gonna shoot someone, bro. You late, motherfucker. I've been carrying.
Trespassing in the Eric. Get out of our business park, sucker.
I don't go places that I can't. And like I said, if I can't, just because they said I can, I get it. Abide by the law. That's what I do. I would never conceal
Nobody
carry.
says it's out of here.
In a place that I'm not conceal carry.
You feel lucky, Riley.
It's a fucking rite of passage. I was born with a seed.
Is this the part where he admits to bringing guns to every comic convention he goes to? Because that's way not okay.
Well, he does it.
He says, I always wear baggy clothes so I can bring guns to comic book conventions. And I think even that, people in his chat were like, don't admit that you're bringing guns to the comic
I guess
convention.
he's going to be the first black millionaire that gets in trouble for bringing a gun where it's not supposed to be.
The Dunning-Kruger effect, Dick.
There you go. I stole that bit from Ralph. That bit is 100% stolen from Ralph.
It works way too well.
I almost crashed my fucking car. Because he goes, let me just, hold on. You know what this needs? A little bit black footage. Just fire it up. And I'm like, oh my fucking, there's just something about his retarded way of talking. Wow.
Who is the man who's going to kill Riley in his car? The Dunning-Kruger effect. Eric.
Yeah. What's your second problem?
My problem is waiters who bring the table on an even amount of bread.
Yeah.
We got 3 guys. Bring a multiple of 3, either 3 pieces of bread or 6 pieces of bread.
Bring 2 bread baskets.
Bring 2 bread baskets.
We're not on a date here. I'm not trying to impress these guys and get my cock sucked. Bring more fucking bread.
I don't need to have this little like, ooh, well, should I take the extra? Just bring enough.
I'm gonna flag you down with a steak knife in your back.
Yeah.
If I run out of bread. And I'm very thirsty for bread.
I bring this up.
Fucking bread over.
We went to that steakhouse, and we got to the end of the meal, and I read the reviews, and they said this place has great bread, and I didn't ask for bread. So that's another thing.
Hey, what? How'd you not get bread though?
They have apparently like awesome like fresh baked bread at that place.
But they didn't bring it.
They
to
didn't
you?
bring us any.
Why?
I don't know, because I think you have to ask for it.
What the fuck?
I know.
Who's gonna ask for bread?
Yeah, you gotta venture it out. You gotta be like, do you want bread for the table?
Should have asked. Why the fuck would I think you had it?
Yeah, and just bring it out anyway. But regardless, if they had brought it out, there wouldn't have been enough. Waiters who bring an uneven amount of bread, Dick.
I think one of the first fights that we ever had, we were at this pizza restaurant in Ojai, and the waitress came over. I was like, "Hey, can we get some bread?" Because we see it, and she goes, "Oh yeah, you want?" She's like, "Yo, you want regular or garlic?" And my girlfriend goes, "Regular." And I said, "It was like regular or garlic cheese."
Or like,
she goes, "Regular."
Deluxe garlic cheese, super
You're
pull
fucking
apart
walking
monkey
home
bread.
from Ojai.
Regular.
Regular.
How about a mix? Mix for the table. We'll try them both.
Garlic
bread.
Garlic cheese bread.
Yeah. Well, if
you don't like it, don't eat it. It's like, well, I didn't really want. Like, then order 2. one correct one and one for you to nibble on like birdseed.
I brought my mom to that other steakhouse, that one with the snow on the roof.
Northwoods Inn?
Yeah, Northwoods Inn.
Do you not want to say a restaurant? That
No,
you
I always forget the name.
Oh.
3 pieces of bread for 2 people. I'm like, come on.
Well, for a woman, though.
Yeah, and she took both of them. I was like, there's 1 extra piece of bread. She's like, I'll take it back to the hotel with me. I'm like, yeah, of course you will.
How about you take this back to the hotel room with you, bitch?
It's my mom. Okay, she can have the extra piece of bread. Just would have been better if the waitress had went, well, there's 2 people. I'll bring 4 pieces of
Why
bread.
is your mom taking bread? What is she from, like, Ukraine
Dude, my mom,
or something?
No,
What's
she does
that?
well, yeah, kind of, honestly. She's, she grew up in the Dust Bowl. No, she didn't.
In the
grow up
Hunger
Dust
Games?
Bowl.
What?
No, she just, grew up in one of those families where it's like, you got to hold on to
Eat everything?
Well, when you got like 6 siblings or whatever, it's like whatever food you get is what you get. So you better eat all of it because you ain't getting more.
Nah, they're lying about that.
I don't know, man.
Boomers just say that shit.
I guess, but
We had to eat a fucking shoe. And you better start eating the laces or else you don't get any food. Like, oh, shut up. You had great food.
They
Fuck
did
you.
they did all right. But regardless, it does seem like people of that generation, they always get the doggy bag. They're excited about it.
Yeah, and they're like pocketing napkins and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They got a free napkin drawer at home.
I went to a restaurant with like a guy, like an older guy, and he was like, steal that ramekin.
Oh.
And I'm like, why? And he's like, well, how many ramekins do you have? And I'm like,
Enough.
none. I've never needed a ramekin for anything. There's never been a part, like if I want like some sauce on the side, I'll just dump it on the plate. I don't need.
I knew
like,
this stupid bitch that made me do that, and I hated it, and then I actually used the ramekin a lot.
Yeah, well, now I have a
man.
ramekin. I haven't used it yet.
You got to get multiple ones, though. You got to steal multiple ramekins. The restaurant doesn't care.
Then they're going to be like different styles.
It's cool, man. That's eclectic.
Mix and match my ramekins. How often do I need a ramekin, really?
You really want me to answer
What
that?
do you use your ramekin for?
Coming in.
Okay, well, I don't need that. My house is littered with tube socks that are ready for my seed to be deposited in them.
Aren't you worried about like athlete's foot and stuff? I'm
You don't
not
come in
jacking off.
socks?
No.
What are you coming to, a tissue?
A woman.
Yeah, but you jerk off.
Yeah, I do prefer to jerk off. My hand or, I don't know, a
You
shirt
jerk off
or something.
into your hand?
Yeah, I get some lotion, spread out, starfish on the bed.
And then what do? You just like wash your hand off that's covered in cum?
I rub it all over my face
Shut
like that
up.
meme.
No, you don't.
Then I go wash my fucking hands. What do you mean?
The sock is specifically...
Take a shower.
It's like the sock was
Wipe it on a
designed
shirt.
to be a cum catcher. It's the perfect
Yeah, but aren't you worried about
receptacle.
like getting athlete's foot on your
I don't
cock?
wear the fucking sock afterwards.
On your cock!
It's a fresh sock from the washer, and then I
But
use
that cotton is all like busted up and like shitty from being on your foot, from getting washed and used so much. What are you jacking off in dress socks?
for 25 years.
Yeah, what am I saying?
I've
Of
been
course you know how to
effectively
do it.
jerking off into a sock.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I know what I'm doing.
It's just a weird way to do it. Let me get some of your socks. I'm gonna give it a shot. Come on. Come on, Jerry. What's wrong with that?
What's your last problem, Dick?
Rough teeth.
Rough teeth.
I got a popcorn stuck in my tooth, so I got one of those stupid floss things. I never floss
The
my
stick.
Yeah,
I
with
love
the little
I
thing.
love those.
I got a whole bag of them. Every 10 years, I say I'm going to floss more, so I can buy a bag
I've
of them
had
and
the
then
same
never
bag
use
for
it.
5 years as well.
So I crammed it in there to get the fucking popcorn out, and I think it got out, but I don't know if I removed like a chunk of plaque or something. Now my fucking teeth are all rough.
Yeah.
It's driving me nuts.
I bought a set of dentistry tools.
Let me get in those. Let me get some socks and get your dentist tools,
You
too.
want my dentist tools? You can scrape your teeth all day.
Yeah, I can't get in there and get it. I've tried keys. I've tried
Oh, it's great.
toothpicks.
Just go on Amazon for like $25. You get a set of like
Try to scissors.
steel
in
like
there.
pokers and grabbers of all different sizes.
Really?
You got anything in your teeth, you just get it on out of there. It's
All right.
beautiful.
Well, it's really driving me fucking crazy.
As well it should.
I mean, what do you want? Not enough bread or fucking rough teeth? Obviously, the bread's not a big
The
deal.
bread's
You just
causing the
ask.
teeth.
I can't ask anybody to get rid of my fucking rough teeth.
Sometimes she doesn't come by her, but the time she comes by,
I
she
got all
already
kinds
gave
of divots in my fucking teeth from grinding them all night. They're driving me crazy. I can't keep my tongue off of them all day. All day.
Yeah. But what about when they drop your entree off and you're the guy going like, oh, can we get
I'm
more
just thinking
bread?
about my fucking jagged teeth. Thinking about fucking vampires and stuff.
That's a
I got little
$20
chips
one-time
in there.
solution. The bread thing will affect you at every restaurant for the rest of your life. So,
All right, what are our problems? Dunning-Kruger effect, rough teeth, not enough not what kind of bread?
Not enough, an uneven amount of bread.
Uneven bread. Okay. And then what was your other one? Texas.
Mythical Texas stand your ground laws. Texas myths. How's that?
Texas myths.
Texas legal myths.
Texas legal myths. They're so aggressive about it, though.
The Texans, none of the people live in like all these people commenting are like.
Where do you live? Scotland.
Scotland. But if I know anything about Texas, you can kill a man dead for looking at you cockeyed with a pair of novelty scissors.
Okay, everybody, we'll see you at the meetup. We're gonna do super chats. I don't have any voicemails.
No voicemails. Let's
Maybe
read
one.
some
Let me
super
find
chats.
one. Find one fucking voicemail. How about that?
9 o'clock, we will be showing up at Bar 86. Feel free to show up early.
You guys show up at 8.
Please show up at 8.
I will show up at.
I might be there a little early.
Maybe Vito will be there.
I got to get to the taco truck before it leaves.
Vito loses is at $800. Vito won't drink normal water for $800, and this dumb bitch thinks he's drinking bathwater for free. Nina Infinity Stupidity. Holy fuck.
Oh, Nina Infinity Stupidity.
Oh, Nina Infinity thinking I'm drinking bathwater because she's a dumb cunt with a goblin nose. Yeah. She's got an Only Goblins account. That's really tearing up the scene.
Really?
Yeah, she brews potions on her live streams.
In a cauldron?
In a cauldron, yeah. In her goblin cave.
That's crazy.
That dumb cunt. I do not like Nina Infinity, if that's not clear.
Oh, you don't like her? Why?
I don't know. Maybe because she lies about me constantly to suck up to guys like Yellow Flash. Oh, notice me. Put me on your live stream because I'm a talentless, ugly whore.
Did you see that that Umbrella guy's wife left him and said that he wanted to abort their kids?
He wanted to abort their kids. Those kids are going to be real happy that there's now a internet document that dad wanted to abort me.
Yeah, what is his name? Tug.
That Umbrella guy.
Tug, divorce. This guy was spending so much time calling you a pedophile and not working on his marriage and trying to abort his kid. Isn't that weird?
It's he probably should have paid attention to his own kids instead of fantasizing about saving imaginary ones.
Isn't it ironic that that Umbrella guy was so amped up about calling you a pedophile, but if his wife remarries and his own kids have a stepdad, there's way more likely to get actually molested.
I'm not gonna.
Isn't that funny?
I'm not going to speculate on Tug's kids getting molested.
But stepdads molest.
I'm definitely not going to call it funny.
It's fun. No, it's funny. Tons of. Well, I can't pick the stepdad. I didn't marry her and have kids with her.
Excellent defense.
If you didn't want your kids to get molested, you should have treated your wife better.
I just think all these guys should focus on their own lives instead of coming up with
a stepdad might molest your kids.
Conspiracy theories.
A stepdad's going to molest your kids more than you will. Statistically, that's true.
Okay.
Don't you think?
I don't.
What do you think is if you don't want?
I'm not speculating on any of this. Just
if you
move
don't
on
want your kids to get molested, what's more important? Calling Vito a pedophile or making sure your wife doesn't divorce you and get remarried to a
It would
child
probably
molester?
be best for you to fix your marriage before going on the internet and calling me a pedophile.
That's all I'm saying. Why are you acting like I'm so that's so crazy?
I know these guys are clipping everything, so
I think it's good advice if you don't want...
I got it.
Okay.
If you don't want your kids to get molested.
Is this something confusing to you, Nick?
There's my Nick.
Yeah, he's like Robinson. Fuck, I forgot his name.
From what?
I think you should leave.
Oh, Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson, Nick.
Did you defraud charity? I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit. I've been waiting for a long time for a hit on the Rippaverse.
Those kids were already poor. They didn't have any money. They don't have mortgages and shit.
I talked to the cops and they said it's totally okay.
He's like he doesn't exist.
It's like the charity doesn't exist. What do you mean exactly? They just said it was totally fine.
Totally fine. Okay.
I think you should leave as a good show. Also, guys, don't forget if you want to make Eric July cry, you can still sign up, get a copy of my comic book. Check it out at superkiller.org. I saw one of his fans going, Vito didn't even raise 6 figures for his comic book. And I'm like, is that where the goalpost is now? If I don't make $100,000 on a comic book? I've failed. I feel pretty good about where we're at.
Eric made 6 figures of being a huge retard.
Yeah, and then he threw all that money out the window. Dude, everything I know about this guy and everything that everyone's talked to me is they're like, oh, yeah, he just keeps throwing his money out a window. We don't know why. He just
6 figures of people saw you act like have a sort of moment, a independent comic creator moment on Nick Rekieta's show.
Dude, he's destroying his credibility, his image. Just stop.
I did it.
I mean, please don't stop because this is hilarious, but if I was you, I would consider stopping. Rye Dog for 5. Bunnies in the chat. Koof for 2. Thank you all for not killing yourselves.
Yeah.
Thank you, Koof. Red for 5. Eric July, go on. Follow the White Rabbit. That is a Manhunt 1 reference he specifies. Thank you, Red.
Cool.
I want to play Manhunt. I never played that. Claptrap the Destroyer for 5. Promo code Pull Up. Get yourself a copy of ISOM #1 right now on the Rippaverse store.
At a price that not even the cancer kids could get. Eric's paying you to read it at $5.
I mean, everyone's like, wow, what a nice guy for giving it away for $5. I'm like, that's because he printed too many. He's a bad businessman. He's drowning in unsold copies of his fucking comic book. Yeah. LP Dirty T for 2. What kind of white bread are you, Bunny Tortoise?
It's really, what's crazy about the whole thing, like that whole arc of doing something that incredible, is that it ends with me.
What it ends with is everything we've been saying being 100% right. Mm-hmm. Where we said you don't need a warehouse. We were right. You're printing too many copies of your comic. We were right.
Yeah, don't do that.
You're spending too much money on stupid marketing and other bullshit when you should just pay for like basic writing classes at a community college.
Pay somebody else to write it.
Pay someone else to write it. Riley Edwards for 2. We have some Eric July versus Bunnies. Let's say that. Shouldn't have said that either. Darius Renicovagus.
Yeah, I didn't even think that. I thought it was just a menagerie of kooky.
It's just a
critters.
bunch of kooky critters. Welcome to the Kooky Critter Club. Darius Renicovagus for 5. I was getting afraid that Eric was actually going quiet. God bless Riley.
God bless Riley.
God bless you, sir.
God bless Riley.
I didn't understand it at first, but now I realize you are a fucking genius.
I still don't understand it.
I still don't understand it, but something about it.
I don't need to.
Yeah, I don't need to. Riley Edwards for 2. It's like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but I know it's a masterpiece.
I don't get it, but I loved it.
Riley Edwards for 2. If I super chat 1,000, will you call Eric the N-word? No. Stop looking around like you're considering. No.
Where do I
get to say it?
On the show?
Yeah, on the show, I assume.
No, that'll cost me a lot.
That costs you way more than $1,000. Diamond G for 555. The biggest problem is not being late. It is being absent. This week has been whack. Glad we all made it to 107. Thanks for not killing yourselves. Thank you, Diamond G. John Vanderselt for 5. No women today. Thanks, fellas. You're welcome. Biggest problem in the universe where women suck. Pineapple Man for 10. Episode 107. This is history. This is history. We've matched the original show. Can you believe it?
No.
Dick, thank you for the several years of entertainment. Vito, you are the Maddox who never was, and I mean that in a good way. I don't think you do. Shout out to Bag of Schmidt. Thank you, Pineapple Man. Petty gives a big $20. Thank you, Petty. Yeah. Righty Tighty 91 for 2. Hey there, partner. Jose M for 20. Did y'all ever talk about the $1 million copy of ISOM on eBay?
Yeah.
No, we'll have to take a look at that at some point. No. Peter Hansman for 5. Every time I think the goss has peaked, it just keeps getting better. Hope next year's retard isn't Vito, but if it is, make it worth it. My Italian gem is safe. For the time being.
They all think that.
Every time I come over to his house, Dick starts rubbing his hands together saying, I gotta get that gem.
I don't know where the gem is.
It's once I lose 100 pounds, it'll be more visible. Zeta Quinxel for 2. Inshallah. Sarah Gardner for 5. Hey, Vito, are your shoulders sore from carrying Dick all the time? They're getting there.
Shut up, you dumb whore.
Riley Edwards for 2. When's my girlfriend Pani coming on the show?
I don't know. If Pani might be too rich now.
Oh, is she making good money? Hack the Movies for 5 says, I'm an idiot. No, he says, I heard you were mean to me. We aren't friends anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Is that directed at Dick or is it directed at me?
Rippaverse Goalpost.
Oh, yeah, Rippaverse Goalpost was trying to convince Hack the Movies that we shit talk him on the show.
I was like, man,
how would he not be aware of that?
I made fun of Tony for an entire year and made fun of him like in front of a whole auditorium of people because he did such a crappy job of introducing the show.
And then
what
I gave
you
him
clipped was nothing.
3 solid days to go to the post office and pick up a box. And he waited until the post office was closed.
That was funny.
That was funny, but it's still fucking way to go, Tony. JJ for 5. We're going on a field trip to Texas warehouse tour. Here we come. Guys, I don't know. There might be a gate or a...
Careful with this gate. It's real confusing. It's got some amount. It's like a riddle. It's got some amount of driveways and gates that you have to get right.
You're going to have to pass the Minotaur's quiz to get into the business part.
What has 3 gates?
Answer wrong, and you will find yourself at the end of a stick. Let's see. Darius Radikovas.
Penal Code 9.
Which penal code applies in the case of... Can I just come inside? Yes.
Can you?
Can you?
You're already inside.
Oh, you're actually just entering because I have no power here. Darius for 5. I wish Rekieta would have asked Eric whether he kept the money or turned it into the police. Jordan Lewis for 5.
That's a good question.
The money on the door? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's evidence of a crime.
Either it is or it isn't. Well, see what it is I kept it and I did spend it on lottery tickets.
If Eric was smart, yeah, take the money and go buy something stupid.
No, go to the police.
Yeah, go to the police.
He says, Nick asked him if he called the police.
And he said, I don't know.
He said, no. He goes, well, did the security company? He goes, well, that's just something that they would have done. He goes, so did they? And he goes, oh, well, yeah, I mean, that's cover your ass, 101. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes or no?
That's the part of I was asking if you had the clip because somebody in the comments was like, if a lawyer asks you, were you in fear for your life?
Say yes.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
That's not your turn to be a tough thug gangster and go, I ain't afraid of nothing. It's like, oh, then you have actually no legal recourse because if you had then assaulted him and you're admitting you were not in fear for your life, then no, you have no castle doctrine bullshit.
Let me see if I have that. Maybe it's this one. This is when he's talking about.
Oh, talking about his private warehouse, private
to
driveway.
appear at a business that again isn't public. And when I say it's not public, Rekieta, I'm not saying that someone can't access it. That's not the argument it is that I'm making. I'm saying that this.
Oh, maybe no, that's not it. Where does he talk about it?
I don't like people doing that.
You're not
shit.
gonna find it.
What if I did?
What
if I found it right fucking now?
Look through the transcript.
What?
Hit those 3 dots next to download.
But again, I do question that whole legality aspect of it all because
I want to hear it.
Well, you want to find what he's talking about next to download.
What the fuck is download? What do you? Oh, right there.
Oh, there's no clip there.
Clip?
No.
Save?
I guess it might not have a
Thanks.
transcript.
Example, contact.
What am I even looking for?
charity.
I forgot.
They have a whole. You're looking for him admitting that he was not in fear for his
that's
life.
cool. It's all gravy. Started high side. No, don't really got it all upstairs.
And I agree with you, but you just said it's the same as your house. It's actually not the same as your house.
He's so angry all the time.
Oh, and how to get to them if they actually want to. That doesn't matter who it is that you are. That's not the issue. The issue isn't simply that a guy knew it where it was.
Probably will be on that trespass. Like for the cops, like it probably will be a point on the trespass.
Well, again,
like if I was his lawyer, I would say,
right, okay,
there's a publicly accessible road and an open driveway that you can drive into.
That's not. He also can apply to my house. You know what I mean? People eventually will find where to be and all other stuff. But that's not what it is that I'm contending. I'm contending no matter if you know where it is.
What it is.
In the sense of what it is doesn't matter. And the point of contention it is that I have with why I take exception.
All right. I'm trying to help, but that's fine.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate you trying to help, Nick.
Okay, so are there any other threads? So the one thread
differentiation there, I am totally aware of that, but that's not the point of contention. That's not what it is that I'm saying.
All right. Is there something else?
That's all. Person's house, be it myself.
About ventilation. I want to address something that you said.
All right, fuck it.
This is not good broadcasting, skipping around a fucking video.
Whatever.
Just we'll find it later. Everyone can find it.
I quit.
Scroll down. Super
Is
chats.
that it?
Point is, Eric admitted he is not scared of Riley, but I think he is scared. Let's see. Jordan Lewis for 5 says, is this the home improvement show? Where are the drills and overalls I was led to expect? I wanted help renovating my bathroom with Vito the Tool Man.
Vito the Tool Man.
I think
Big hot bits.
I think someone sees that picture and they go, oh, I want to read more about this.
No one.
This looks fun.
No one want to read more about a guy with a tiny head.
Well, the guy,
half or probably 70% of the people that read those are women. You're getting putting two not attractive guys with tools. You think that's a big draw for them?
Yeah, they love that stuff.
No, they don't. They don't like.
I think a lot of women watched
tools.
Home Improvement. You know, everybody loves Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
How's your ability to make a visual first impression? Because mine's bad.
I guess not great. I don't know.
Okay, so that's what's leading this document.
Whatever.
I want people reading. I want them to think, wow, what do these guys look like? I bet they're my wildest fantasies.
Well,
and
once
my
the show
dreams.
gets, what do you call it? Not approved. The opposite. Rejected from every studio in Hollywood because they watch one episode of this show where we talk about Dianne Feinstein being raped and held by demons.
What? That's...
It's not network television talk.
I'm not going to say that on TV.
Oh, okay. Good.
Just joking about that. I don't believe in hell. It's stupid.
Oh, that's a good answer. Yes, this is the Home Improvement show everyone loves. Pop quiz for $19.99. Money for the severance. Thank you, Pop Quiz. Jack Rockstar for $5. Glad someone's finally speaking out against Diane.
Yeah.
She did the same ruse to me, but told me I would get stock tips.
She raped this guy, too.
How
old were you?
For
How
10.
old were you when Dianne Feinstein raped you? It's finally time to let that bitch have it.
For $10.
I care. Leave me a message. I care. I want to get even.
R.I.P. to Dianne Feinstein, a trailblazer.
She'll never rape any little boys again. That's true, right? Objectively.
Well, no,
Objectively
because again infers that she did it at least once. She, from now on, has no ability to rape young boys.
Perfect.
There you go.
You said it. So now you're just as guilty as the things I was saying.
Even though it's a factual statement. J by Hop for 10. Roll up. You mean pull up. Oh, Zeta Quincel for 2. Bunny Battalion.
Yeah.
Nate Ring for 10. Thank you for egging on.
She has the scissors.
She's got the scissors in there.
Cool.
Scissors for Riley, everybody.
Yes.
Spam those scissors.
Hammer Eric July with scissors all the time and everything.
Nate Ring for 10. Thank you for egging on this giant artard. It's epic watching him burn down his company over being too autistic to take a joke. Shout out to Riley. You've got him quaking in his perma sweater.
Speaking of autistic, obviously Null is on Eric July's side.
For no reason. Dude, like, the people who are tying themselves up in knots to be like, well, I hate Nick Rekieta because Null told me to.
And I hate Dick.
And I hate Dick
They're both
Masterson
dumb.
because Null told me to. So I'm going to be on the side of this clear moron who is legally implicating himself in crimes.
Comic books are really important to me for some reason, and harassing people is wrong.
I've realized all these people are just like weird autistics who are desperately in need of a community and will believe anything anyone tells them. It's so weird and so sad.
Yeah.
But hey, if you feel like a part of something, why stop?
Kill yourself.
P-Tong for 50 big dollars on the board.
Woo.
Says this money goes towards Vito Clippaversing his beard.
You gonna shave your beard?
No, I'm not gonna shave him. Not for 50.
For how much?
Oh, dude, it will look so bad. I did that clip show.
Can't answer a fucking question. Just
me
like
without a beard.
Eric July.
How much money?
Yeah, how much money?
$5,000.
Okay, that's 50 then.
Hold on, 1,500. I'd do it for
1,500.
I can grow it back pretty quick.
Okay.
All right, we're saving up now on the beard fund.
Well, I'm writing stuff down.
There's this. I've been buying Game Boys. I need some money. Darius Radikovas for
selling
5. What did I sell? I've been selling something.
Okay.
Not
sold
really.
something.
I got to sell
say what it
faster than
was.
I have to sell faster than I've been buying. Let's put it that way.
Better start now.
I should. Darius for 5. There's a man in my warehouse.
There's a man in my warehouse.
He's affecting my livelihood.
There's a man in my warehouse.
Andy Johnson for 2 says hippity hoppity all over Eric's property. Andy, you get a gold star for that one. Berserker for 5. I can't believe Riley would do this. As the saying goes, a man's warehouse is his castle. That is what
Where
we
a man
always say.
parks to go to work at a strip mall where he rents a warehouse is his castle.
Exactly.
That's
The path to a man's heart is through his business parking lot.
Parking lot.
The Monkey Bros for 5. He's coming right for us. Castle Doctrine. Niterpy for 5. I have a coworker who's being a real asshole. Any tips for petty ways I can slowly drive him insane? Preferably legal, but I won't snitch if you don't.
Just send him spreadsheets to do.
Get that weird little USB thing that chirps at random intervals and just plug it into the back of his computer.
Yeah.
I heard it drives people insane. Diamond G for 555. OSHA commands forklifts 6 inches or less from the ground when parking up.
Well, he's probably Eric's probably violating that shit. Report him to OSHA. Everybody report Eric July's warehouse to OSHA.
No.
That's a fucking safety violation. You can't. You want people to be unsafe? Oh.
If you believe there's a legitimate safety violation, but don't make like dumb
I saw that
ones.
video. You don't have to believe it. It's on
I
OSHA.
don't know any OSHA.
OSHA will be responsible and make the determination. That is not my responsibility. I'm not an OSHA safety and hazards admin, whatever
it is
they
my
stand
opinion
for.
that if Eric needs to be reported to any government agency, I'm sure someone within his organization or something will do so. And we as third parties can remain uninvolved.
Well, whatever. I'm a journalist.
If you Rich for 5, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Jared Fogle.
True.
Classic Jared quote. Panic Pun for 5, you should make a superhero for Superkiller named Mosey. LP Dirty T for 5. Can you imagine the scolding Eric's...
Mosey's everywhere. Where is it?
I'm going to make a... pull up on this, motherfucker.
Go to my warehouse, bitch. I'm a bear. Shut your mouth. I'm talking about my warehouse.
Who's in my pocket line? That's right.
It is. You a lawyer? I'm basically a lawyer. I feel like the best rockstar lawyers in the world.
$17, $12, it don't matter.
Sex machine.
All that matters is those kids got that coming.
You kids got my money. I said you kids got my money. Get over here, bitch. What you got? Leukemia? Leukemia? Huh?
Zucchini. That's what I'm here to solve with comics.
What stage cancer you got? Take this copy of eyes out. You got stage 2 cancer? You have stage 3 cancer in a minute.
Can you dig it?
Man gets your ice cream order wrong in Texas. You can hang him from the rafters.
Hang him. We're gonna lynch these kids. Kids, what do you think of eyes out? You haven't read it? All right.
LP Dirty T for 5. Can you imagine the
That was
scolding?
Mosey, that character.
That's Mosey. I'm going to name him Doc Castle
oh, okay.
for the Castle Doctrine.
See, this is like what the treatment was. This guy says a good name, it's funny, and then you just change it for no reason.
I make it Mosey.
Fucking exactly what it was. Mosey's moseying around. You're like, yeah, actually his name's Castle. Like, well, then why is he doing this?
I reject your improv training. I'm not going to yes and your bullshit. All right? LP Dirty T for 5. Can you imagine the scolding Eric's wife gave him after Rekieta's stream?
Eric! Eric! I seen you on that Rekieta stream!
Oh, Mrs. July.
Why you say... why you with that white man push you around like that? When a hunk asks you something costs $17, you say no, it costs $20.
How I gonna sell this antique jewelry? You keep making a fool out of yourself in front of this lawyer.
Eric, get back here. Get your old big black ass back here.
We're canceled. There's no chance of coming back from this. How embarrassing.
Wait. You know what's the funniest thing is?
What's the funniest thing?
When Nick said, oh, how much was the average cost? You can see it in his eyes. There's a moment where he thinks that the cost was more than $17.
Rekieta thought that.
Yeah. He goes, oh, well, how much was the average
that's
cost?
good.
And he's thinking, he's going to say like $20.
Yeah.
Right? Because
instead it's less than what the people paid for it.
That's why the blow is so tremendous.
That's why you went,
idiot. Stupid.
why are you making that face, Nick Rekieta? What kind of face is that? What are you doing?
Eric, did you tell him it was about the culture? Like we discussed.
All right.
He did say that.
It's about the culture.
He said it's a cultural thing.
What's a cultural thing? Pulling up?
Shooting Riley. I don't know what the
people to
fuck.
death?
He's just mumbling gibberish with a mouthful of fucking marbles every time he talks. I have no idea what he's saying. I need a jive interpreter. He doesn't even, I guarantee you he doesn't really talk like that. He's doing a minstrel show.
Well,
Eric does not sound that, nobody on earth sounds that fucking black.
He's developed an affectation. Let's be clear.
See what it is. Like, man, just fucking talk. Like, you don't have to talk like a fucking weatherman, but I know you don't talk like that.
He's playing his part. He's got a character. What are you gonna do? I'm sure Flava Flav.
He's the Miles Morales.
Sure Flava Flav doesn't wear a clock all the time. You know?
Okay.
Best show ever. Congratulations on your success. Cheese for 1,000 for 5. Why didn't those Texans enforce their penis codes during the Uvalde school shooting? I agree. Solo Connell for 34. For 5. Your Eric July impressions are far too proficient at using the English language.
Empathize.
Try using empathize and the point of contention incorrectly.
Yeah.
All right, we need a list of... somebody said we need to make an Eric July bingo card. Every time he says point of contention.
Free space, what it is.
What it is.
What it is.
Geartooth Cartoons for 5. I saw a commenter say that Nick is now an enemy of the Fellowship, and they weren't joking. Jesus fucking Christ. They're dusting off the Infinity Gauntlet as we speak. Darius for 5.
You guys are fucking around big time.
The Fellowship is coming. When Eric says Rockstar Lawyers, I think he means it
first.
literally. They are his band members. Oh, God, they probably are. He's got one band member already managing his finances.
That ginger retard.
Might as well be
Alex.
His lawyer as well.
They went on a second honeymoon. Did you see that?
Yeah, he used Eric July's money to pay for his second honeymoon. Eric July's getting fleeced.
What a fantastic guy.
I bet
you thought I was gonna say something else.
Yeah, he's a fantastic guy. What a fantastic individual. Joe Cool for 10. The warehouse werewolf is asleep because it was daytime. That's why Eric didn't attack Riley. I'll see y'all at the fan meetup, boys. Whiskey shot for Dick. Mountain Dew shot for
So as
Vito
long as Riley
on
doesn't
me.
go there during a full moon, he'll be okay.
Yeah, but if he goes during a full moon,
we better tell him.
I think we shouldn't tell him.
No, I'll tell Riley.
I want to see the werewolf come to life on a live stream.
Well, he'll be prepared at least. He'll have like a wooden cancer kid to stab in the heart of the warehouse or something.
Yeah, we'll send him.
Or a silver bullet. No, that's a silver bullet.
We're not giving Riley a gun. Not even in jest.
Silver receiving order.
Sure,
that's what he needs.
He can have some garlic.
To serve the warehouse with.
Zeta Quicksell for 2. It's all okay, guys. Eric has Rockstar Liars. Lou Sassy for 5. Maybe Eric July can hire Kevin. Drinking beer helps me steer Landau.
Oh, yeah.
To replace his Rockstar Lawyers. CG for 5 says, here's $17. Good work, CG. Thank you for the $17 for the first official Biggest Problem charity stream. Biggest Problem, where you can donate $5, but it's kind of like $17 if you think about it. Joe Cool for 5. Fans hate watching the show. All those PKA appearances are really paying off.
Oh, yeah.
Lemon Trash E for 2. Eric just dropped a new video about Riley. Like, just did it?
He did?
Well, we ain't got time for that. We'll have to watch it next week. Horny for Serotonin 15 says, lol. Thanks for the 15.
Thanks.
Jared M. Sean for 5. I saw him going back to that nightclub for being disrespected. Makes more sense as we get to know Eric. Eric, who made a comic about a man who shows up to private businesses unannounced and commits acts of violence, seems to be upset when someone non-violently goes to his place of business. Solo Connell for 34 for 5. This motherfucker cannot even construct a basic right or sentence. I legitimately think he's dumber than Maddox, and not by a small amount.
Well, 15 IQ points in that like the 90-100 area.
About IQ?
Why? He's dumb.
Yeah, sure. It seems like anytime there's an IQ discussion on the internet, it kind of goes in the wrong direction.
What do you mean?
I don't mean anything.
What do you think his IQ is?
It's 1 million.
I'll name a number. You say it's. You blink. Blink if you think
I'm
it's
not playing this
higher. If you blink, keep your eyes open forever if you think it's higher, and blink if you think it's lower.
Eyes open forever.
84.
I'm sure it's
blinked.
God
Okay.
damn it.
83.
Stop. Look, I don't know.
IQ of 83.
I don't know his IQ.
Blinked.
I'm sure it's
82. Eric July has an IQ of 82. Do you agree? Higher or lower?
Sure. There's no problem with that.
Blank.
Fuck you. All right. Lou Sassy for 5. Dick is trying to collect gems, but Carl from WATP has already captured the Puerto Rican gem from Stuttering John. That's true.
He's Puerto Rican?
He definitely, yeah, he's like, I think
Is it going to be me and Carl, like
you
the
and
Highlander?
Carl are racing for gems right now. The gem race is on. The war of the gems is here. Darius for 5. All these smart people are just now realizing they're dealing with an artard, but Dick knew it all along.
Yep.
David Gomez for 2. Eric not picking up on social cues. The tism. Combat Maiden for 5. There's a sizable contingent of cretins that are in love with any base black guy that has to only say a few catchphrases to garner an audience.
Yeah, he's a token.
Yeah, there's a bit of that. Cullen Care for 5. I feel like I got to ask, since I've noticed it in a few episodes, who the hell do I hear cackling in the background occasionally?
My dog.
Diamond G for 555. Hell of an episode. GG. Tortoise for 10 says the N-word. Okay. Congrats on getting that through the filter.
How did you get that in? Look at that.
Because the A's got like an umlaut over it.
Wow. Good
Well,
job.
now we know, and knowing is half the power. Ian Benoit for 20.
Everybody could put that in.
Eric is currently doing a Rippaverse Q&A on Twitter right now, both comic, story, and business. We're missing out.
And business. Ask him how much money he has in the bank and what his burn rate is. Ask him how many more months he can survive without an infusion of cash from
Ask
the Blaze.
him how many copies he has on hand of ISOM #2. And how many copies he specifically printed of Cover C. I'm very interested in that. Dominic for 10.
Ask him how it feels to steal cancer medicine out of those kids' veins.
Well, Dominic for 10. This whole drama has been so fun to watch. Thanks, Richard and Vito, for the hours of amazing spurging. Torturous for 5. Amazed Eric doesn't have a fire alarm beeping in the back of his videos. I was thinking that as well. Wet Bandit for 5. Laughing my ass off. You can hear Eric's wife getting plowed by their dog. Zetaquincel for 2.
That's a...
We're not talking about that. People are having way too much fun with the emojis. Zetaquincel for 2 puts what looks like fish. Fantastic.
I think.
Drune is for 10. Rippaverse, more like RIP-averse.
Yeah.
Congrats on the W, boys. Jew H for a huge $100 Canadian.
Wow.
Says, I'm going to have to cut down more trees, but you guys earn this. Have fun tomorrow. Jew H, thank you. Big live show tomorrow. You will be able to watch it. We will be live streaming it on YouTube unless we fuck it up somehow. So come here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific time. That's going to be 11 p.m. Eastern time.
Canadian time.
For the big live show, live stream. Toby Ferris Wheels for... That doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
For 10. The gift that just can't stop giving, although I wish Vito wouldn't equate his works with more love. TBF, that's like fighting with your GF over loving her more than she loves you.
What works?
I have no idea. John Riffs for 5. Good work, Riley. Can you guys play the clip of Riley saying he feels gay when he feels pride in his employees?
Yeah. I have
Wait,
that
did he
one.
actually say that?
Dude, I have so many clips, like so many insane
We're
clips.
not going to make it to the live show, I tell you that.
Yeah, we're going to. It's 8:10.
I know, I'm just fucking with you.
All right. Wait a minute.
Eric feels gay.
Oh, wait, here's when
he
Nick calls him
praises
dumb.
his employees.
Look at this.
Well, he did
one.
call him dumb. I don't think Eric liked that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
This is when he tried to get him to understand a hypothetical question.
And Eric said, but I did have breakfast this morning.
Ignoring any more specific statements on the subject and just going by what was said here. Can you understand why someone who hates you might think that when you say it's one thing online and then you say it's something else, an explanatory thing, and then you make a donation afterwards, that might be trying to cover for what was called out? Like, again, someone who's bad, like they don't like you, bad faith. They're not going to take you at your word. Do you see how they can make that conclusion?
No. I think if...
Well, then you're fucking dumb.
All right.
Oh, man.
Eric, why you let that white man call you dumb?
Do you understand why I couldn't watch the stream now? Like,
Not at all. It's like watching him get whipped.
It's don't say that.
Metaphorically.
Yeah, no, it's not like that at all. It's very different from watching him be whipped.
Whooped. Sorry, that's what I meant.
That's what you meant. With a U, then it's okay.
2 O's.
2 O's. No, whoop. WHUP. I guess you can use a double.
Oh, wait,
O.
the gay one. He's saying gay stuff, though. That's homophobic. That's worse than what I said.
He says a lot of homophobia. He calls stuff gay all the time.
Okay, hold on. Let me find this.
Which, I'm not like wildly offended by it, but I'm like, oh, that's kind of.
I am.
I don't know. He calls
What's
people.
a fucking gay?
He was calling like.
What's a gay person ever done against any of us?
I think he was calling gay guys. There's like two gay guys, like a couple of fairies or whatever. I'm like, wow, where did you get this like antiquated terminology? Who's calling people fairies?
Here we go. Oh yeah, gay in all caps.
Wow, you have a million fucking clips.
Lemon Saki did this.
That's good work. Good work, Lemon Saki. I'm sure we're gonna play more of these next show because they're ridiculous.
And it really it's fulfilling to be able to have good, I love seeing a smile on the employees' faces. I know that sounds kind of gay, and it is, to be completely honest.
What the fuck? Why is that gay?
Because he wants to fuck them.
I like seeing my employees smile. No homo. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Nobody was thinking that. I don't think he's comfortable with his sexuality.
I have clips of him being explicitly homophobic.
Yeah.
Like saying that he's afraid that if he looks at gay guys, they will try to fuck him. Like weird, antiquated black homophobia.
Yeah. That community has some problems with the gay community.
Whoops.
He should get over it. Let's see.
There you go.
Okay, John Riffs. Good work, Riley. He says for $5. Oh, no, we did that one. Michael Winning for $5. And here, Vito was worried about facing Mr. July in court, another enemy who defeats himself. Yeah, he handed me, like, evidence. Who did it, Eric? I don't know.
Did they do it?
Did they do it? Maybe. Okay, well, I look forward to your rock star lawyer lawsuit when we have that clip now.
Amazing.
Yeah, good work. Darius for $5. Sold 2 shows and caught 2 retards. What a life.
Yes.
Good work, Dick. Carson Redactor for $5. If Vito tanks the Hollywood show, he can pitch the Eric July comic scam Netflix documentary. I'd watch it. Web Bander for $5. Vito, I'm going to pull up and feed you so much bread tonight that you miss your way in.
Are you weighing in at the show live tomorrow?
We can do that.
Okay.
I thought about it. Yeah. I don't think it's going to go well.
The weigh-in or the show?
It's been a bad month.
Oh, because you got off your bathtub.
I bought off my bathtub nonsense, and I to cope with the endless stress of my modern day.
Why'd you stop taking it?
Because my mom was in town, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to get food with her. And then we had that business meeting where we were going to go to the steakhouse. I was like, well, I shouldn't take it yet.
What do you think a psychologist would say about that?
That I'm a fat piece of shit?
No, that you stopped taking your
medicine?
Your magic food repellent when your mom came into town.
I've been good. I've been staying, I've been drinking Diet Colas.
That's what a psychologist would say?
He'd say,
I've been drinking Diet Colas.
Good work on drinking those Diet Colas.
Okay.
I got a bunch of diet. The Diet Orange soda is pretty good. The Sunkist.
Well, it's all diet.
Yeah, but the Sunkist tastes good. I couldn't even tell. PW Project 5, you ain't done ever was been judged by Yoskeen Cola.
Yep, totally.
Darth 360 No Scope for 10. With all of Eric July's partners in crime, Shad, Flash, etc., eating crow together, I propose they get bundled for Dick's next Infinity Stone, the neckbeard gem. No offense, Vito. All those guys are dumber than rocks. Nate Ring for 2. Wow, Vito, Diet Coke. Looking skinny, by the way, my guy. Thank you. I am skinny. Disastrous Bastard for 5. Texans are just Alaskans with different hats. Emma Fade for 5. I don't care about comics until Eric July comes up. Great episode.
Thank you.
Zeta Quicksell for 5. Vito, just buy a Tanga hole. No, just put it in a sock. It's cheaper. Shred 2010 for 5. Bunny Battalion, I'm ride or die, partner. Claptrap Destroyer for 10. Congrats on 107, boys. See you at the show tomorrow. Here's to 107 more episodes.
My partner.
Claptrap, we always see you in the chat. Thank you, buddy, for coming on by. Christopher Marsh for 5. My theory is Eric is so desperate for his wife's approval that he's hypersensitive to any challenge to his image or masculinity. Also, his pee-pee is small.
Maybe that's it.
Eric!
You gotta get on there.
I put up with your small dick all these years, but I can't put up with you getting clowned on the internet.
That tweet was not long enough, Eric.
Yeah, please keep tweeting.
You gotta add multiple
all
paragraphs.
day long.
Multiple paragraphs. They're not gonna respect you.
Scroll on down a little bit here. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
You guys are having way too much fun with this show. It is a good, you know what? For an episode 107, I'm glad that we had some good stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Dave for 10, fuck Texas. Here in Alaska, we've got the loosest gun laws in the country and the loosest abortion laws in the country.
Cool.
So, ladies, if you ever need to shoot your fetus in the 3rd trimester,
because it's probably a rape baby in Alaska.
Vorvids for 10 says, I need a refresher of the Vitoverse Comicsgate drama. Comicsgate loves me.
Is that Ethan?
I'm friends with Ethan. I'm friends with what is it, Miller, the guy you got to unblock.
No, I'm not unblocking him.
Unblock him.
He's too insolent.
He wants you to unblock him.
No.
What would it take?
I'll have to think about it.
Think about it. It's really tearing him up because he loves the show.
All right, I'll unblock him.
There you go. Thank you. Stray Beans for 3. Vito, call Renowned Zero out by name. He's our word. Renowned Zero, come on. Get it together.
Yeah, but he's like the drunken peasants retard. I don't want to step on their.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to step on their retards.
They're collecting their gems. We're collecting our gems.
Yeah.
Stay in our lane. We might try to take some of Carl's gems. Lemon Trashy for 2. I made Ralph laugh today, and I think I get it now.
Oh.
Everybody loves Ralph. Darius for 10. Best episode 107 ever. Thank you, Darius.
Yeah, it's much better than the last one.
It's much better than the last one. Chris for 2. I was number 1 on the F099 leaderboard on day 1. What's your excuse?
I'm banning this guy.
Spider, don't ban him from the show.
Don't you ever fucking say that shit to me.
He likes F-Zero. Spider Eternal for 2. Pour one out for Maddox Classic. R.I.P. Bro.
He's not dead, though.
Not yet.
He's back.
He is fat now,
like a demon.
apparently.
Oh,
you gotta save that for Sunday.
About that.
Sunday, I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. Me 04120 for 5. Now that I know how much this drama bothered Nick, wearing the bunny ears in Nashville is even funnier to me. Happy 107, guys.
Yeah, it's really
happy
funny.
107, guys. I want everybody to give a big round of applause for Mr. Cool Ice.
Oh yeah,
putting a big $100 on the board. Thank you, buddy. He says, "You guys rule." I love this show so much. Well, we love you, Mr.
Thanks,
Cool Ice.
Mr. Cool Ice.
You guys in the audience. I'm not going to say you're what makes the show happen.
Vito's beard shaving fund.
Yeah.
But too late.
Too late. You have to declare it at the time.
It's the rules.
I would say you guys make the show happen, but let's be clear. I make the show happen. Dick contributes, and we love entertaining you guys, and that's what it comes down to. Solo Connell, 34 for 5. Please play all the Eric July clips.
A little gem
you
action
have.
going on.
No, my gem is safe. My gem is safe. Play all the Eric July clips. It's the best content from the entire run of the show. I'm sure next week we'll have more. He keeps giving us clips. He's giving us clips right now, apparently.
I really feel bad not playing them too, but it's just
it's too much.
Every
you would spend
fucking
the whole
clip.
show would be clips. You do an Eric July clip show. Go nuts. There's like 1,000 of them.
Just one more.
Okay.
Just one.
Guys, don't forget you can subscribe to Nick Rekieta at Rekieta Law on YouTube and watch the entire live stream where you're gonna have plenty of clips yourself.
Wow, look at this.
There's 100 clips in this folder.
Uh-oh. This ought to be good.
Oh, God.
People you talk to who go around in circles about semantics, we all support you. Well, you got to understand from his perspective, he's a lawyer. There's nothing that you're going to pin. Definitely in a war of words, or whether it be a debate, a dispute, a non-lawyer cannot and I hate to use the term weasel because that sounds bad, but what it is that I'm saying is that certain types of languages, he's trained to be a little more calculated in that. So it's going to be very difficult to pin someone on it. You know what I mean? So this is how, for example, he was able to say, even though he explicitly stated before that he did not see someone evidence of someone trying to ruin a business, he did say after that they did try to ruin the business. It was just always prefaced that meant that they felt that it was unjustified. Even though that's literally not what he's saying.
Bro,
right?
I'm just trying to ruin your business because your comic sucks.
I mean, because literally that wasn't what he said before. Literally what he said before was
trying to ruin Marvel's
he did not
business.
see evidence of some. He said on the stream, if I'm not mistaken. But you cannot get in a war of
You tried to ruin our business, you
tried to ruin our business.
And guess what? It fucking exploded.
Yes.
But nobody bought more of your comic.
This idea that like you talk shit about businesses all the time.
Would you try to ruin my business?
Who is the man who can't get tricked by no lawyer man?
Words. I can't possibly win that battle.
I can't win against no lawyer.
There's no way that I can fucking do it. He's trained to do it. There's no way that I can fucking
way smarter than
try
you.
to do that. So that's why I was like, you know what? I
You
see it
are
from your
retarded.
perspective now. Okay, you didn't say it before, but it should have been understood, and he thought that was preface. This is why I didn't understand. Oh, if someone's doing bad things to some ex-person, you would think that it's okay to ruin someone's business. I'm like, that's not even what the fuck that we're talking about. But you didn't say that. It wasn't like, I didn't see it. That wasn't about what it is that I said. You said it. You said that you didn't see evidence of someone trying to ruin it. But now it means that you did see evidence of someone trying to ruin it. It just means that they felt that it was justified. That's two completely different terms. But you did a very good job of stating that. It just means that it's unjustified. It always means that. Okay, cool. I'll take it for it. That's what I did, and that's what I did. I cannot possibly out rhetoric that guy. Or any lawyer for that matter. Doesn't matter. Probably
why did you try?
He wasn't doing any rhetoric. He's just asking really
just basic questions about how your business functions.
Like, do you think if your friend was doing something you didn't like, do you call him and tell him to stop? No. Then why do you want me to do that to Dick?
Right.
Do you think that would stop it? Oh, I have a fucking great quote of that. Hold on.
Okay.
This one is fucking perfect. And then then that's it.
Do you know what I've said to Dick about this?
No, not. I only know what you say in public. Have you? I ask you flat out. Have you?
Maybe.
Is that a yes or a no, though, Nick?
I don't know. Is it a yes or no? You're saying what I haven't had.
Hold on.
You're the one who said what I did.
You can't sit up here and keep asking me these questions.
First of all, you're asking me to be his
Have you addressed it personally about it? Have you? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I've talked to Dick 100 times about this. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. That's all. Okay, cool. And so how did that conversation go?
Exactly as you would expect a conversation with Dick Masterson about what they should do.
I don't know.
Hey, Dick, you should do this. No. I've also had that conversation.
You're looking a little Jimmy over there. All right, wait, let me back. The funny part here.
You can't sit up here and keep asking me these questions.
First of all, you're asking me to be his
have you addressed it personally about it? Have you? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I've talked to Dick 100 times about this. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. That's all. Okay, cool. And so how did that conversation go?
Exactly as you would expect a conversation with Dick Masterson about what they should do.
I don't know how that is.
You haven't figured that out by now? Like if you tell Dick to do something, that he's not going to do it, right?
What did you tell him to do?
You haven't figured that out by now, idiot.
It's literally 2.5 hours of this. It's like you can't be
He's
like
dumb as a
play all the
fucking
clips.
rock.
The whole thing is a clip show. The whole thing is Eric July is dumber than rocks.
Eric July is every contestant on Judge Judy that ever lost. In one person.
Yeah.
The dumbest of all. The dumbest contestant on Judge Judy is him.
So what'd you do? I stole a bunch of drugs.
Well, you see, Judge, well, what happened was...
Just answer the question.
Hey, Dick, this shit's gay. I wish you would stop.
You told him to stop?
What am I going to do? Like demand? I'm not.
I'm asking you had a conversation with. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Do you
Nick.
call people up and tell them to stop doing something?
If I have a personal
Your friend,
and
like
I think they're doing something that I think is ill-advised, I 100% will.
Ill-advised.
If it's
You'll tell them.
I will advise them in whatever way. I can't demand as a grown ass man.
You can't demand something of a grown ass man, but I can.
No, I'm not saying. No, that's the complete opposite of what it is. And I'm saying that's why I'm asking you what it is. What it is you said. You of course can't demand.
That's all, folks. Guys, go watch the whole thing. You're gonna love it. Let's burn these super chats.
Sorry.
It's all right. Where are we?
Whoops.
We're gonna have a million of these. Okay, there we go. Drunken Atheist Studio for $6.66. See y'all tomorrow. See you there. Ket Reyes for 10. I just think of Riley chasing Eric around the business park like Scissorman from Clock Tower. That's some good tortoise interference. Torturous for 4.
Like the Big Lebowski.
Yes. Torture says, wait till Eric learns about the hassle doctrine. Jesus Christ. Don't get franked. Dave for 5. Towards the beard fund. Let me see them chins, honey.
Okay, $5.
Pigeon Saw 174 for $20. The way you two whip internet dummies into a fervor will never stop being hilarious.
No.
These people are dumb. That's what I'm trying to express to you people. That all the people who fight with us and go, Dick and Vito are evil, but they're like the stupidest fucking people.
Yeah, they're retarded.
They're tiny-brained morons, and I'm so glad that they keep exposing themselves as complete morons. Lemon Trashy for 2. Riley actually showed up on Eric's wife's birthday. Riley, I think, did mention that.
Really?
Happy birthday, Mrs. July. JJ for
You're ruining my birthday with your comic book shit.
You said you were going to take me to Red Lobster, and you've been fighting with that boy all day long. JJ for 2.
Oh, y'all, I wanted it was a good birthday, and you go and ruin it with your internet beefs.
JJ for 2 says, I'm the responding agency. Adventure Tim for 5 says, the biggest problem in the universe is when women try to say mozzarella like they speak Italian. Mozzarella. Ethan Van Skyber is here. For 10, he says, Cyberfrog, that's all. Hail Cyberfrog. We love Cyberfrog. Guys, Cyberfrog 3, I believe, is still available on Indiegogo. Check it out. Nazis are cool for 5. I miss the old biggest problem in the universe.
Nazis are cool.
Yeah. Oh, Nazis. All right, that's pretty good.
I wasn't looking at the screen.
Robin Turner for 10. Who do you think would score higher in a problem-solving test? Eric July
Don't read that.
Okay. Darius Radikovic for 5.
What kind of problem?
What's the over-under on how many times Rekieta had his head in his hands? Count them out,
7.
folks. Dave for 2. Show just gets better once Mrs. July voice. Lulz. Give me one last refresh, guys. Thanks for coming by. Biggest problem. We love you all. There's too many super chats, but we love them. Okay, here we go.
All right, that's it.
Dave for 2. Diet Squirt is the bomb, yo. I'll try it. Darius for 5. Happy Patreon bump. And Gene Rick for 2. Great to meet up with you guys. Dick, show me the list of our greatest supporters. Don't forget to join the show at patreon.com/biggestproblem and back.by/biggestproblem, where you'll get access to exclusive bonus episodes, which I believe we will be recording a new bonus episode next week. This week you will be getting 2 episodes, though. You got this one. And you got the live show on Saturday. Is that the new one? No, that's from March. So
no, it's from September.
Okay, I don't know why it said March.
Well, because the layers.
No, that's not the right one. I know that's not the right one. It's the one that says November.
Hold on, I put it in the other. I put it in the other one.
Okay, we'll go to the other one.
I
spent all this time putting it together.
I know, but all those people were in.
That looks right.
It is.
Yeah, that's the right one.
It's called Patreons.
Yeah, I think I just made it something different. I don't know, whatever. Regardless, thanks to all the Dickhead Plus, Vitophile Plus. We'll have a new bonus episode coming soon. Leave it on the screen.
Well, I'm trying to put it over us.
Great ending to the best 107 episode is Dick unable to leave a graphic on the screen. There it is. Guys, we love you. We will see you at tonight's meetup. We will see you tomorrow at the live show. If you can't make it, don't forget you can watch live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific time. One more time, vote on all the problems at biggestproblem.show. And Eric July, the gift that keeps on giving. Dick, can you play the Eric July song real quick?
Wait, which one?
Who is the man?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Who can dunk on his stupid face? What a show! Some people tell me I don't know how to make comic books. Those people
Wait, I'm gonna get a clip.
are 100% right. I printed way too many copies, and now they're $5. Ooh, Eric, why you been busting on them fools all day? Is that Riley boy gonna come up in your private
Someone showed up to your
again?
home personal business to do that shit, to antagonize and to get online cred with certain groups. That's total. Well, yeah. I mean, we talked about that before. It's like it's only unjustifiable for the people that you despise. You know, because any event that it was anybody else, it's just what it is.
It's
we just consider that weird, even if it's like, you need to chill out. But you think that it was weird. At minimum.
At minimum.
But that's fine. even though they'll never be in the position to employ dozens of people, if they want to treat that shit like that in the event that they would be in this hypothetical position that they never be in, to understand that, then that's their business. They can do that. As for me, I will do my due diligence and act accordingly, because the last guy that I am going to be is the guy that blows some shit off and then it ends up escalating. Guess who doesn't have to deal with the problems or the consequences? Law tubers and anemic sock account. They're not gonna come save me in the event that some shit hits the fan and I was negligent. When I should have been paying more attention to something I did not, and then let's say someone got harmed, which would be the worst case scenario. But even if something was to damage the business, right? Anemic sock account and the law tubers, all they're gonna do is monetize talking about a potential law. That's it. That's the only thing that's gonna happen. You're not saving anybody's ass there, and you're not gonna be the one that has
Goodbye.